The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Choose your command. You have chosen
the Face-Off Hockey Show.
I mean, hockey is my life. I've got on hockey underwear right now.
The Face-Off Hockey Show. What? With Scotty Waz. Sean O.
breakaway. Big shooting guard. There he goes.
And the P-Boys, Johnny and Mark with the C.
Yeah, baby.
You believe in miracles? Yes!
Here's your host for the Face-Off Hockey Show, Scotty Waz.
So they say always make sure you have things taken care of, and then you have things taken care of. So we got things taken care of this week. Last week, Google fucked us royally. And now we're looking ahead and onward and upward. And you know what the best part about this whole thing is, gentlemen? Johnny P looks tremendous. Johnny P.
I do. See, you know what's fantastic is that Mark with a C here. He bought me a full HD widescreen video camera for the studio. What was it? 2 Christmases ago?
Probably something like that.
Apparently, what I needed to do was not use the Logitech software that I already had on my computer from my old webcam, and you know, when you download new software and new drivers and all of that stuff, it actually works correctly. So here we go, people, in full HDness. Now you could see me in all my glory.
There you go. Look at him. He's looking fine, looking fancy, looking good time, but not without its trouble. Hey, Johnny, not without the trouble of the whole upgrade system. We lost our I lost our streaming thing, even though we haven't streamed on a website in probably about the same amount of time you've had that webcam. But regardless of that fact, the studios are coming together, man. The house studio, the moving studio, all the studios.
Yeah, I picked this up too. This is for our travel studio. This can now go with us.
Did you have to climb a ladder to get that?
I did.
Can we cash that in every draft?
You know, the only thing I'm missing is I can't find the Face-Off Hockey Show stickers, because that's going to go right on the front there. But yeah, you can you open her up here, and those of you that can watch on the YouTube, fully padded case.
Oh, nice.
So this piece right here has really tiny slots in it, and you can like pop those out and create a customized setup. So yeah, I can fit one microphone, all the wires, a stand, the audio interface, everything we need for travel can fit in there. And then this microphone goes in its own little case.
Wow.
And yeah, all in all, I add those 2 cases and a laptop, and we can set up shop wherever you need us. So people, if you want live shows, let us know.
And also,
we'll come to you.
Yeah, we'll come to you as long as you pay for our travel, transportation, and hotel.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. We don't ask for much.
No, we don't. In all honesty, that's actually a really good deal you guys are getting. And give us a power outlet, and that's fine.
And we will hang out with you guys and drink.
Exactly. You know what? Pay for our tab too, while we're at it.
And I got a plant today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's called an elephant's foot.
That sounds vaguely dirty. Go on.
It can grow up to apparently 6 feet, which I will kill it way before it gets there. Let's be fully honest on it.
I was gonna say you're gonna kill it just for the sheer fact that it gets. Wow, look at that.
That's what it looks like. Isn't that beautiful, people? That's a little bit of my backyard there too, and the top railing on my deck.
That's also almost very palm tree. It's almost very palm tree.
Yeah, it's a little palm tree-ish. It's definitely a little palm tree-ish. So I gotta
You're gonna
I got
kill
a
it.
tiny palm tree at IKEA.
There you go. I was gonna say you're gonna kill it just for the sheer fact that it's taller than you. Not
That's
because
true.
you're a bad owner
Just
of
out
it.
of spite.
Out of spite, it gets the 5'4". He's axing that son of a bitch.
That's true. I mean, let's be honest. I can't even keep track of kids. So if that thing gets to like 1.5 feet, it's probably gonna die.
Well, hey, it's good optimism out of you.
Yeah. Yeah. So what occurred was I killed another plant. That's why I had to go to IKEA and replace it.
So this is helping your carbon footprint. You replace a dead plant with another plant.
Yes.
Is that
and
how
it
carbon
also
footprints work?
it helps purify the air in my house so that I can breathe. It adds oxygen to my house. That's what it's doing.
And it's taking away carbon dioxide.
Not really. I mean, let's be honest. I'm just killing them anyway. So who cares? I'm just wasting money by giving it to IKEA.
I was gonna say your house can't have any more pure air in it. Like it's essentially an O2 factory. It's almost O2 Arena. It's almost London essentially.
It is pretty awesome. Like I can when I get back into my house because I can smell things right now. So when I get back into my house, I'm like fresh air.
Hitler would love your house. It's so pure. So I think that's really.
Oh, wow.
It's been over 23 years. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's what South Park.
So yeah, there's a lot of things happening right now. A big week for the show. What else did I get? I got a wire from Monoprice. It's a XLR to 1/4 cable.
Nice.
And then I got a big to small to go along with it, so I can plug that into my digital SLR and take video with it, actually, and then have a full-on XLR microphone to go with it, which I will need next Thursday because I'm taking pictures for the Boys and Girls Club Gala in Baltimore.
Nice.
So yeah, doing that. And then I'm flying to England for 2 days. And
That's right,
I'm flying
you are.
home.
How long a flight is that to England? How long is it? Is that 5 or 5 hours?
8 hours.
8 hours? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not bad, really. Let's be honest.
That's not a terrible flight.
No.
I mean, considering you're going to another continent, that's a pretty good flight.
Well, you fly overnight to get there, so you're just sleeping anyway, which I can sleep anywhere.
Yeah, you really can.
So for me, it's not a big deal. And then on the way home, you just stay awake. So you watch like 4 movies, and you get home at like 5 p.m. Eastern time, and then you fall asleep at like 8:30, your normal time. Well,
Nice.
for me,
Well, yeah, for you.
because I'm such a party animal.
Dude, you are the partiest of animals that I know of.
Yes.
So that's good. Anything else happen
Yeah.
this week?
Not really.
All right.
So for draft shows now, we're gonna have this camera in
Mhm.
full HD. We'll have this microphone with pop filter
In full HD.
and desk phone stand, and then we will have this camera or this microphone on a 10-foot cord that we can hang from the rafters and pull down whenever anybody tries to grab the case.
In super standard definition. Also, that is also the standardist of definitions.
Yes, this right here is full on standard definition. This is
I
this is
feel
like Tony Bennett.
if
right
we don't start singing the 2.5 Men theme song while looking at that microphone, we're doing a disservice to ourselves.
I'm gonna have to learn it.
It's really just I think it's 2 words. Yeah, I think it literally is 2 words.
All right. Well, then I'll learn it.
There you go, perfect. Excellent. Anything else? Did you miss out?
No. I mean, we kind of alluded to the computerness. I picked up yesterday. Perfect timing, by the way, in typical face-off hockey show fashion. The day before the show, I got 8 gigabytes of RAM to upgrade the RAM in the encoding computer. Then found out that the 32-bit version of Windows only allows for 4 megabytes of RAM. So I upgraded to Windows 10 and then upgraded to Windows 10 64-bit version. And now we have full 8 gigabytes, all of this other cool stuff, professional Windows 10 version, and bada bing, bada boom, I expect the computer to blow up within the next 2 weeks.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, at least you're very optimistic about it. That's one thing.
Yeah, I mean it
Nothing
looks great. I look good. I look in HD now thanks to Mark and his purchase a couple years ago. And I got Acid Express back, so I can
that a
get
drug
the
thing?
show on. Yep, true. It's actually a drug delivery. Actually, speaking of that, I have drugs in my pocket. I should take those.
Okay, yeah, you might go take those. Well, while you take those, we'll go to Mark with a C. And Mark with a C, how was your week, sir?
It's good, man. It's coming to an end here, winding down a little bit, so I can't complain about that. Yeah, Caps sealed the deal finally, so
Thank
there's
God.
that.
The next series isn't going to be any fun.
Yeah, I predicted that it's going to die with a nervous smile, many drinks, and then death. That's how it's going to end.
I'm literally going to be walking out in Grand Forks going, of course this happened. Of course this happened. And
I'm
then,
telling everyone at work that either it's going to go 4 games or 7 games. There's really nothing else in between.
oh God, you're right. Oh God. I said if they can't win the first 2 games at home, it's over. So, we'll see. We'll see. I said that in Denny's, so who knows if that's actually optimism or not. But,
How late was that at Denny's?
it was like 3 o'clock this afternoon. So I was just basically talking to Jen and just said if they can't win the first 2 at home against Matt Murray, I'm just leaving this team. So, but oh well, we'll move on from there. But
I'd feel better if Fleury came back.
I would too. Murray's real good. I mean, he won MVP last year in the AHL. I mean, he's a guy who in his rookie season, no less. So, I mean, I don't know. It should be a fun one, but it seems like you were very, very, very calm this week, Mr. With the C.
Yeah, it's nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy this week. I'm actually watching the second round of the playoffs right now, before the first round is over.
I was gonna say, how do you guys feel about that? We'll get to hockey.
I don't like it because I mean it almost makes tonight like the late game tonight. It's so anticlimactic. Like this is the next round. I should be watching this. Oh,
Yeah.
that last round, whatever.
What gets your goat more, this or not reseeding? I guess is the big question, because we had an email chat about the reseeding, not reseeding situation, or at least a brief side road.
Yeah, this doesn't really bother me so much. Not reseeding is, I think it's foolish not to reseed, and I think that people are going to realize that this year, even though, I mean, reseeding for the playoffs seems like something they can't change at like a GM meeting in the summer. It seems like that's going to need to be something that needs to be done in a CBA or a major rule change. But as
Isn't
the
this only the
Islanders
second
go up
year
2-1.
that they've gone like full bracket?
Yeah, this is the second year. I just like the fact that the NHL really can't win in this, because people are just like, well, the 2 top teams are playing each other. Like, well, you wanted divisional play. What more do you people want? What the hell is this garbage?
Yeah, right.
It's
Damned if you
true.
do, damned if you don't.
It's true.
Yeah. So.
Hey, the
it's fun.
Caps are just gonna take out ghosts of playoffs past.
God
Philly's
willing.
down, then the Penguins, then the Islanders because of the Easter Epic.
Oh,
So
and you're a
Or the
slumber
Lightning for getting swept.
that's
That one year.
either one. God, I guess yeah. It's all sorts of playoffs ghosts right now.
And then the St. Louis Blues for Scott Stevens.
Yeah.
Wow, that got aggressive quickly.
I don't know. I was just throwing that
Has
out
there ever been a trade that's been more beneficial to 2 teams than having Brouwer score the game winner and Oshie come to the Caps?
Yeah, I think that was a really great thing for them. I mean, I like that going in a big way.
That game was insane, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
Between that game and the last 20 minutes of the Wild
Dallas Stars.
Dallas Stars game, my God,
We got to have that Twitter guy that was watching the game on the show at some
Well,
point.
that guy was awesome.
Did you hear what happened? He's
Did
going
he-
to
did-
the Blues are giving him tickets to Game 3,
Yeah.
and Reebok is
sweet.
Reebok's giving him free swag.
That's great.
That's so awesome.
So
Who said that the internet can't make you famous?
exactly. Well,
I
obviously,
think the best part
we're
about that
living proof,
entire
though.
I feel like the best part of that entire thing was when he was just like, "What?" The goalie just said "fuck it" and left.
That was great. I'm like, oh my God, he's not wrong in saying that. That's for sure. I never even thought about that until he broke it down that way. I'm like, oh, okay, well then. Super.
It does seem like the goalie's just kind of giving up, right?
Yeah.
Because he's like, fine, I'm out of here, and just like skates off the ice.
Peace. Oh, okay, fair. It's funny, I'm talking about reseeding, and the ECHL guys are pissed off about the playoff format because they don't reseed, but it's also not a divisional thing either. They already have the brackets lined out. So, like, the number 1 seed's going to take on the number 5 seed possibly, and the number 2 seed's going to take on the number 6 seed possibly. It's like, well, this is a little silly.
If you're gonna line it out, just make it a real bracket. Like
That
That's
is a real
essentially-
bla- a real-
Yeah. Yeah,
two
Mark's right. it
play
is.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4. Right?
That,
5. Yeah. 4 plays 5.
Yeah.
yep. 4
Yeah, no,
plays
but
5.
4 plays
But
5.
that's
and
not in the. Oh, okay.
the
yeah,
winner,
one
the
would
winner
play
of the
5.
4-5 automatically gets the 2-7 matchup.
No,
So
winner
if-
of 4 or 5 automatically gets the 1-8 matchup.
Should get the
Well, in the ECHL, the one
Yeah.
the 1-8 gets the 1-8 gets the 2-6. No, the 1-8
That doesn't make
sorry,
sense.
Sorry, no, the 1-8 gets the 4-5, and the 2-7 gets the 3-6. That's how the ECHL playoff format is.
What?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
feel like there's
No,
some
that's right.
numbers off it.
That's
Ah,
right. Yeah. The
Is it?
1-8 gets the 4-5, and the 2-7 gets the 3-6. That's right.
All right, well then fine.
That's the way brackets work.
Then you know what? Tell the Fort Wayne guys to calm it down then, because
All right.
they feel
Get
like
it? Calm it down.
Ah,
That's not as good as Scotty's tweet
that-
recently.
that was unintentional.
Scotty's not right now. Scotty's punny when he's not even meaning to be.
Exactly. I just said that. I'm just like, wow, that was clever of me not really knowing it.
That was exceptional, Scott.
That was, how much? How far did that tweet make it? Like how many retweets? And
I should check it because it was still going.
Mark, did you see this over the weekend?
I don't know.
Early into Monday it went into.
Wow.
Let me find it.
You're
Because
gonna have to set the scene for Mark.
I will. Once I find it, I'll tell you guys what I did this week. And we
I'll
just,
actually log into Twitter while you do
go
that.
ahead. And we were cleaning up some stuff here. Jen's arm's finally mobile and stuff now. She went back to work. So she's doing half days and stuff right now. But yeah, she's basically doing that, dealing with other stuff. I think we went thrift shopping earlier and crap like that. So that was fun. So here we go. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, it's from April 24th. So the the Stars and the Wild were going on. It was pretty cray. And next thing we know, everything okay out there? What are you doing? What? You're running into the wall. That's not good. You're supposed to avoid the wall.
Just another brick in the wall.
Atta girl, you're the best. Anyway, so the Wild, I think the Wild were down 4-0 at this point, and I decided Jen was telling me about this. I was listening to NASCAR race doing for another show. So she said that, and I said to her, well, I guess I said to her this thing that I just tweeted. I'm going to put up one here. It looks like the Wild are finding out how it feels like when Dubs cries.
Oh, yeah.
Because of Prince and Minnesota.
That was a double whammy.
It was a double shot. I literally left her mid-side hug and went to type to the computer to this because it was so gold, and I cracked myself up. 72 retweets, 145 likes. Boom shakalaka. That's the way to do it. So it takes
That is
fire.
amazing right there.
Yep,
That's good.
Yeah. Down Goes Brown picked it up. They enjoyed it. Jen enjoyed it. People enjoyed it. Everyone enjoyed it. So there we go. That's what I did on Sunday. And then yeah, everything else. We finally went bowling for the first time in a month. So that was a thing today.
How'd that make you feel?
Pretty all right. 164, 184, 134. So hitting the fours in a big way.
Mm-hmm.
Traffic.
Traffic. Yeah, exactly. It's amazing. So.
Also, looks like you guys hit up a used hockey equipment store.
We went to Play It Again Sports. Hung out there for a bit.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for some stuff for Mother's Day. Not at Play It Again Sports, at another place.
And nothing says Mother's Day like a set of used goalie pads.
Exactly. Hey, I love you, Ma. Here's a used ball helmet. Enjoy. Yeah, Yeah, so that's happened. It's funny because we go to the thrift stores. I'm seeing all these like old clubs. I saw the Jeff Ballard starting lineup there. I don't know if we talked about that last week, but that was a thing. Yeah,
I could have put him right up on the wall next to Jim Carrey.
exactly. So yeah, that was pretty much my week. Yeah. Yep, and that's that. There we go. We were supposed to have some special guests, but everyone's running late, so they might run in sooner rather than later.
I fully expect everybody to show up right with Lyle.
That'd be amazing. We have the band back together. Maybe. Who's the band? They were a great band. The band. What was the band's song? What was the song today? As I just close out.
Like the band?
The band.
There was a rocking chair song that the band was famous for.
Really?
How do you even search the band? The band?
Band parentheticals band.
Did I tell everybody that I'm going to be a godfather?
Hey!
The Wait is what you're looking for.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Levon Hell's band, of course. But wait a minute, let's stop burying the lead here. You're going to be the godfather.
Yeah.
Of who?
Yeah.
Whom? Of whom?
Simon Gervasi.
Nice.
Yeah. They made me an offer I couldn't. Oh no, that's the opposite. Hold on. So the best part about being a godfather is that you have to find your confirmation certificate.
You have to be confirmed to be a godfather?
Yes, you do. First of all, you do have to be confirmed. You also have to lie to the church and tell them that you go to church.
That one I think they're more understanding of.
So I had to contact St. Jane Francis in order to get a confirmation certificate, and the lady that was there called me back today, and she goes, "I typed up your confirmation certificate, and it's been signed by the pastor."
Nice.
I'm like, he definitely was. I go, he was definitely not the person who was there when I got confirmed.
Yeah,
but
certainly not.
Either here or there. And then they're like, you can pick it up whenever you want this week. I'm like, this seems like some sort of racket to me.
So the Catholic Church never really runs that fast.
No. And they had a computer. They told me I wasn't in their database. And I was like, what the hell?
It's something that seems odd to me that the church has a database.
I don't know. What is that?
Like, it is
I
odd.
feel like
It shouldn't be because, like, you know, it's 2016 and I'm sure everybody has a database of some kind, but, like, the church just seems like they should be opening some big dusty book and you're writing your name in it every time something important happens.
Oh,
Well,
Mr.
no, because I
Batanza,
wasn't in the database, they had to find the hard copies.
Oh, that was a great show. Love that show.
So it was like V for Vendetta when like all the cool electronic stuff is gone, and they have to find like the only copy that's left like on a shelf somewhere.
Is it because you haven't paid your tithing in the past like 2 decades?
Sure.
That 10% of your income that you're supposed to give to the church.
No, I haven't been to church at St. Jane Francis in the better part of 20 years.
Okay, well, you know, whatever. I learned something new today. Apparently, you have to be confirmed to be a godfather. Well then, I'm screwed.
But I don't think when I was TJ's godfather, I was our technically cousin, half cousin, however that works. I guess
You were confirmed.
I was confirmed, but I don't think I ever had to like prove I was confirmed to be TJ's godfather.
Well, maybe this is Our Lady of the Chesapeake wanting me to prove that I was confirmed.
Yeah, there's
So this is just a turf war, is what it is.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I have to fill out an application in order to even like try to be a godfather.
What kind of? I was going to ask you what your resume is. What kind of references do you have of being a godfather?
Well, I had to fill out my name and address and such, and then I have to initial that I go to church, and we'll do all this other stuff, and then I have to put where I was baptized, which, I mean,
St. Jane, I don't know. Where?
Every
St.
good
Luke's?
respect. Yeah, St. Luke's, definitely. Mom had to tell me. And then what else? Then at the bottom it says you must get a letter from your pastor of where you're registered or your confirmation certificate. And I decided the confirmation certificate was probably way easier.
I guess technically then, when I became TJ's godfather, I was still going to church at St. Jane Francis because I was like in high school probably when that
Yeah.
kid was born.
Yes,
that
you probably didn't need. Well, then again, also back then they probably didn't care as much.
Yeah,
Now
'cause they
people
didn't have
don't go to
computers
church
back
anymore,
then.
so they're like, oh God, we're gonna have to make sure that this kid goes to church.
I mean,
Where's your
databases
confirmation
were-
certificate? And I was like, this isn't real.
But again, you have to tell us where you're registered. What is this? A gift registry? What is going on here? You getting married? What is?
No,
What the
not
hell?
at all. Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird at first, but now I just think it's kind of awesome actually because I'm definitely keeping my confirmation certificate. I didn't even know that was something. I might like frame it and put it on the wall.
I was gonna say put it on the fridge with a magnet.
There you go.
Well, yeah, just as good. Right next to the boxed wine.
There you go. You can confirm the confirmation. It's kind of ironic.
So yeah,
Nice.
yep.
Sweet. Well, I guess we have nothing else. We can go ahead and talk about the one injury that happened this week, or the one injury that was revealed. Because it's playoff hockey, no one reveals any injuries. Because Brooke Orpik is day-to-day, for Pete's sake.
He is.
See what condition my condition was in.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, what condition my condition was in.
All right, so it was revealed that Zach Parise's back injury was pretty damn scary for him, as he had a herniated disc, which resulted in a pinched nerve, which made him not feel anything in his left leg or foot.
Whew,
So
that's probably hard to play hockey.
a little hard to play hockey. So there's that. That's a pretty serious injury. And if he was playing it all through that, then more power to him. God bless. Godspeed. So there was that. We do have a suspension, though.
Suspension.
Braden Shen.
The suspense.
Nice, I like it.
Suspension.
Suspension.
Suspension. Yeah, the suspension.
There you
I like
go.
it.
Yeah, why aren't you writing for NHL.com?
I should be. This is perfect stuff.
It's gold. We're just giving away to the people.
It's just two. Well, technically that was both Patanzas because I didn't even know that I was saying Shen at the end of suspense.
There you go, a twofer. Sean Leahy's not going to know who made that pun. So Braden Shen was suspended for 3 games for the 2016-17 season for the oops upside your head he gave to TJ Oshie during Game 6. So
The best part about that was reading all of the tweets back to the NHL Department of Safety or the comments on Facebook about, ooh, where's Jaber's suspension? I thought that was funny.
well, hell, where was?
I thought the best part about this whole situation was that wasn't even the worst hit that Braden Shen had that series
That's
that
true.
he got suspended for.
It's true. There's-
No, it was basically like, okay, you've done enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
They probably called him in and was like, this is for a culmination of the 5 games that you played.
Did you see the sticks to the knee you gave Kuznetsov, you son of a bitch? We let you get away with that. Can't get away with this. So there's that. Evgeny Medvedev, who is a Flyers prospect, as we keep on the Flyer train, arrested on suspicions of DUI in Montgomery County. So
Whoa, what was he doing in Montgomery County?
I don't know, because I was thinking,
Like,
must
or
have been
Montgomery County?
Yeah, or Montgomery County.
Are you sure? Because there's a Montgomery County in PA also.
They said Montgomery County, Maryland.
I'm going to
So-
say Scotty's pretty sure about that then.
Pretty sure after that. That could.
I don't
you know what?
know.
Maybe they were talking about Montgomery County medical doctor.
Yeah, that could be. Let's see. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's bring it up. Yahoo Sports to the rescue. Not Sean Leahy to the rescue. All right. Here we go.
Sean Leahy's been doing some good work covering the playoffs.
Sean Leahy has been all over it after Greg Wyshynski decided the Nerdist train is where he wants to be. I'm kidding, of course, kind of, sort of. Oh, so apparently it wasn't. So that one thing that I wrote about Montgomery County, read about Montgomery County, Maryland, is a lie. It happened in Lower Moreland, Pennsylvania, apparently. So
Not
good
even
job.
close.
Good job, the
That's-
score.
Yeah. The
Keith
score
Moreland.
probably just threw a dart and was like, "It's all the same place. Don't worry about it."
Looks like Maryland.
Keith Moreland?
Keith Moreland, utility backup, backup infielder, good guy. Let's see. So that sonsofpenn.com said Lower Moreland, Pennsylvania. The score.com said Montgomery County, Maryland. Oh, he was released from custody in Montgomery County, Maryland. Okay.
Why did they take him all the way? Oh, maybe he lives there. Maybe he was trained in Maryland.
Maybe he was. Oh, we got this. Although he's 33 years old and played for Akbar Kazan. Huh. All right, hold on. NBC.
Montgomery County, Akbar Kazan?
He was the leading guy who made Kraft Hockeyville try to be a thing in Montgomery County.
Was that the second movie that Shaq was in?
I think so.
Yes.
Oh, here's the thing. The score.com read it's driving under the influence in Montgomery County, so they assumed Maryland. No, it was in Lower Moreland in
Montgomery County, Pennsylvania?
yes.
God damn, I'm good.
Oh,
Wow.
the irony.
Wow, Mark, you are the Mizan.
If I had a mic to drop.
Yeah.
Did you just take a drink of your wine just because you got that right?
Yes. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to need more.
There you go. Get a refill. Yeah, please tell me their comments are open. Of course their comments aren't open. Why would there be comments open that you can tell them, hey, stupid, it's Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, you shit dicks. Anyway. So the Lightning are up 1-0 is what I'm saying? Perfect.
It's 2-1.
2-1.
The Islanders are up 2-1 on the Lightning.
Okay, super. Super. Thanks, Peter.
These games are in Tampa, right?
Yes, I think. Yes.
They indeed are.
Boom.
And there's no Justin Bieber concert there on Friday, right?
No. Well, maybe.
Because he's in Verizon Center.
Boom! Pew, 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 pew. By the way, speaking of Tampa, Ben Bishop is one of the candidates for the Vezina Trophy. Also, Braden Holtby and Jonathan Quick. So that was announced today. So we can expect award season to go ahead as planned for the next week, and we'll have all this fun stuff. So Jonathan Quick led all goalies in appearances at 68, starts at 68, minutes at 4,034, set a Kings record with 40 wins, and is out in the first round of the playoffs.
Oh.
So that sucks to be him. And we'll talk to Lyle a little bit about that because Jonas Enthroth was not happy this season with the LA Kings, but we shall move on.
What did he expect, honestly?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know what he expected.
you signed on a team that had Jonathan Quick as its starting goalie. He's played like 200 games in the last 3 seasons.
And reading his quote, Enroth said, why would you pay a guy $1.25 million to sit on the bench and only play 10-some games? I'm like, dude, that's easy money for you.
Yeah, what are you complaining about?
Stop
I would love to be
complaining.
Peyton Manning's backup.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, not this year, but like historically speaking, I would have loved to have been Peyton Manning's backup.
Yeah, exactly. Why wouldn't you be? You're getting paid at least $90,000, $900,000.
Do nothing.
Just sitting there holding a clipboard, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe taking some reps in practice.
What was that guy's name? And there was a guy that played for the Colts that like literally the entire time he was there, he was holding a clipboard, and he was perfectly fine with it.
He was content because he was watching greatness and he knows he's going to get a ring if they win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he had front row seats.
Dude, perfect. Why would you? Why? Come on. Nothing.
Don't mess with a good thing.
We'll talk about that a little later. Patrick Laine, one of the top 3 prospects in the NHL draft this coming June, won the Finnish League playoff MVP and was pretty much a highlight reel for that second half of the season. So he could have moved his draft stock up to number 2 because it seems Austin Matthews could be the impeccable number 1 pick overall. But
Isn't the draft lottery coming up this week?
Saturday.
Nice.
Saturday night's all right for lottery. And don't worry, gentlemen. We're going to have a little thing after the 3-way dance. We have to pick who we think is going to win the last draft lottery with Lyle. So,
this is going to be awesome.
So there you go. Here's something that is of interest and perked a lot of people's ears. The IOC has come out, and the IIHF has confirmed that the IOC is unwilling to cover transportation and insurance for NHLers for the 2018 Olympics.
It's
So-
over.
Dunsky,
Yeah.
thanks for coming out, everybody. We're not going to Pyeongchang.
It's not even in a country now where they could lose players, and like if they were angry because they wanted to play in their home country.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yep, it was a good run in the Olympics, NHL. It was a good run. Just wait for it to come back to Canada, and then you can play again that year.
now the wait till it goes in Germany in 2022.
Oh,
it-
that'd be
Olaf
nice.
Kolzig is going to be pissed.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be amazing. So, Renee Fassel said that, and he's like, okay, great. We are going to not. It's going to be difficult now for us to even go over there. I'm like, yeah, really? No shit. What brought you that idea, stupid? So,
Well, this writing's been on the wall since the World Cup was announced. So
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not surprised based on what just happened, but also I'm not surprised based on what happened like a year ago.
sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think we are all. There are a lot of people who are in agreement with that, and there are a lot of people who are pretty much holding out hope that, oh no, we're going to go. They're going to go to the Olympics too. Don't worry, it's going to be all the things. We're going to have all the international hockeys.
No.
Nope.
They can't even market the World Cup well.
No, dude, those commercials are fucking awful.
Well, those are ESPN commercials. You'd think they had this much time to think of good hockey
Now I
commercials.
will say that I will say that I like the Patrice Bergeron one a lot.
By the way, it's not just ESPN. Sportsnet's airing them too, so it's even worse.
No, but their ESPN it says like, oh, so does it say watch on Sportsnet in Canada?
Yeah. So
Does
yeah,
it play the National Hockey League that National Hockey Night theme song? Because the ones here do.
I think they play the Rogers theme song, but it's the same kind of thing. Well, the one I saw about Rogers is the Patrick Kane one. It's
The Patrick Kane one is terrible.
It's awful.
it's awful.
Because it's actually great because you can literally see that Patrick Kane also doesn't want to be there, but Patrick Kane, the actor, doesn't want to be there. I mean, it's just well done.
It's
Altogether.
overall perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
he just doesn't give a shit at all about
No.
that.
Uh,
And then what are the other ones? There's one with Jamie Benn, I think. No, I
Backstrom.
don't remember who the other one is. With his grandmom and Pop-Up that call in, and then the one with Patrice Bergeron is good. I do like the one with Patrice Bergeron.
And there's one with Backstrom.
Oh, I haven't seen the Backstrom one yet.
The
Is
dude
it good?
just asks Backstrom to get him tickets.
That's dumb.
mm.
Yeah.
Why,
So,
'cause he's
but
Swedish?
here we are talking about the commercials, so I guess they did something right.
I suppose so. I suppose.
Yeah, but it doesn't
so.
make me want to watch it anymore.
No.
Oh, we're gonna watch it. What are you gonna do? Look at training camps? We're gonna watch
No,
it.
it's during soccer season. I'm not going to watch it.
It's also during baseball playoffs.
I will not be watching the World Cup of the World Cup, quote unquote, of hockey, because I feel like you should have to. I feel like you should need to qualify for World Cups.
What do you
That's
mean?
true too. That's
You
you know what.
You
Team
didn't Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mark. You're gonna make the same point I am.
I was gonna say you didn't see the under 18 team with all those treacherous World Cup qualifying matches.
Is that what it was? Was that like the CONCACAF of the World Cup of hockey? Was the under 18 bracket?
Yeah.
How did you not see the whole tie between the Czech Republic and Slovakia and all the other countries that couldn't make it in, and all the ones that all the European nations that didn't get in conglomerated and became Team Europe? You do not remember that whole takeover?
Yeah.
It's interesting. Scotty, did you go to all the qualifying matches?
Yes, I was actually watching them as they were going on. I saw
Sounds interesting.
the Switzerland, I saw the Denmarks, I saw the Latvias.
I would like
saw
it.
all
I would
these
actually
kids.
like it if the teams that didn't make it to the World Cup just all threw their sticks into a pile, and that's how they chose Team Europe.
Oh, that would have
Yes.
been amazing. You know what? That should be a thing. If it's not already, it should be.
They're like, "You're in. Woohoo! I made it."
Done!
It's a shame about Trinidad and Tobago. They got a rough ride this year.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
just didn't have a great.
You know what?
qualifying
They
draw.
haven't qualified for anything since the 2004 Goodwill Games.
I
Yeah.
was going to say the Junior Goodwill Games has never been the same since they left, and they've never been the same since they left it. It's quite a conundrum.
It's true. It's true. It lost a lot of rhythm.
A lot of rhythm, a lot of rhyme. They couldn't get on up.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
come
was
on,
about
that's
hockey time.
not even the right country.
It's all about. Don't worry about it. Guess what? They didn't know themselves for Disney. Disney just threw steel drums and thought, hey, this is fun.
It's true.
This is the thing. God. Trinidad and Tobago is 75% white. That's what they don't understand. That's what
I can't wait though until Iceland becomes a hockey powerhouse like they were in Mighty Ducks.
It's only a matter of time.
Or Italy actually becomes qualifying for a big event that they're not hosting.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
It's funny.
Looking back now, I'm really, really happy that Sean got me the authentic Italian jersey right after the Olympics, because it might be the only Italian hockey jersey I ever see.
It's true.
Well then, I'm
Do they
looking.
still, I mean, they don't make them anymore, right?
They still get used, right? They play in like
They still get used.
European tournaments and like World B tournaments, I think.
Yeah,
Right.
well, they're playing like Division 1 Group A kind of thing. Because I'm looking at that right now for the.
Which is like one step above like Sunday League.
well, that
Is
one
that like
champion.
the NIT Cup?
Essentially, well, no, it's basically you got your Premier League and then you got your second league underneath that.
Ah, so they're second league.
Yeah, so Italy,
So that's like Australia, right? And like
well, Australia is
Great
like
Britain.
I'm looking at Division 1 Group A, so that's the second league. Their World Championships going now between Slovenia, Austria, South Korea, Italy, Poland, and Japan. So those are the
Interesting.
six teams playing against each other.
The
I
Axis
wouldn't have even
powers.
put Italy up that high. Like I wouldn't have like if you would have given me a chance and said like where is Italy in the groups, I would not have put them in the second tier even.
Let me see. I have the world rankings in front of me, gentlemen.
Are they still playing with like 94% Canadians?
Probably. That seems. Let me see if I can bring up their roster real quick. By the way, the Poland is there because they are hosting the event as well, so that helps.
Ah, that'll do
Could
it.
you have possibly qualified for the Polish team?
Yes, I can get Polish citizenship, but it's also one of those weird things that Johnny had talked about for the Italian citizenship.
Yeah, where you need like the genealogy of like half of your deceased family.
Pretty much. So the Italian goaltender is
Deborah Montanori.
Frederic Cloutier,
Oh,
as it should be.
Frederic Cloutier is the
Frederic
Italian
Cloutier
goalie.
is one of the goalies.
He sounds like he should be French.
Yeah.
Sean McNongle is also an Italian defenseman.
That guy is
Irish.
definitely Irish.
He's a defenseman. He's a defenseman with Alex Egger.
Okay.
The front line is Guido Scandella. So
Okay.
Yes, he's Italian.
He
He's definitely
belongs.
Italian.
that's
But he's
Jakob,
from New
Enforcer.
York, probably, right?
yeah, Jakob Ramosier
He's
Uh,
Jewish.
and Daniel Tudin.
Daniel Tudin, maybe. He might be
Check.
Italian. He might be Southern Italian.
Second line, the defense is Alex Trivelato. So that
Yes.
He
definitely.
fits.
Yeah.
Thomas Larkin,
No.
He's Dylan Larkin's brother, actually.
Marcus Gander. Marcus spelled Markus.
Oh,
Interesting.
yeah.
Marco Insam, and Anton Bernard.
Okay, there are 3 Italians on the team.
Line 3,
Oh, okay.
Armin Hofer,
He's German.
Armin. Then
Still German.
Armin Helfer,
Definitely still German.
That's like his half brother from Germany.
then Luca Frigo,
Yes,
Yeah, that's
Italian, definitely Italian.
then
Yeah.
the Kostners, Diego and Simon. Kostner.
They're probably Italian too.
Then you have your all WAP fourth line,
Oh, jeez.
except for
Is-
one.
Is
There's
it,
the-
what is it, like Giuseppe Patanzo?
You got your Michelangelo Zanatti.
Oh, my God. That guy played for AC Milan until he was like 22, and then he was like, I
And they put
can't
him on
make it
speed.
into Serie A, so I'm going to play for the Italian national hockey team.
You got your Stefano Marchetti,
Yes.
your Tommaso Traversa.
Some of these could have been cyclists. Like, I feel like some of these guys were cyclists at one point. in their
Here's
career.
a great one. Jose Antonio Magabasco Aguirre.
He's
Wow.
Brazilian.
No, if he was Brazilian, he would have just gone by Jose.
That's a good point.
and Rafael Engergassen. Rafael Engergassen.
Wow.
I want to know how many penalty minutes that fourth line has.
Well, I think Tommaso Traversa alone.
I feel like if I showed
Hold-
up
hold
to
on.
an Italian national team game wearing the Italian national team jersey, they might just think I'm part of the team anyway.
I completely forgot.
Yes.
Tommaso Traversa plays for the Alaska Aces in the ECHL.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
So he traverses the narrow
Oh,
strait.
get out of here. Stop
Goes-
with that.
Yes.
Stop with that.
Riding the solar
Not
bear.
the narrow strait, whatever that place strait is.
The
What's
Bering
the strait that goes the Palin Strait that goes to Russia?
the Palin Strait.
Strait. I get it. I
Isn't
got
that her
joke.
daughter?
Ooh. All right, so the world rankings, gentlemen. I have them in front of me. Can you guess where Italy is in the world rankings? There are 50 teams ranked.
Okay, I was gonna say there's 180
Wow.
countries.
50 team ranks,
83 countries.
including Bosnia-Herzegovina, who are a new entry and hit 47th.
Whoa.
Wow. Does Mexico have a team?
Yes.
Mexico does have a team, but they are ranked. Yes.
All right. So, John, do you want to start?
I'll go. I'll say
I have
that.
some. I have-
I'm going to say that Italy is 32.
All right, Mark.
34.
You guys are way off. 18.
What?
Todd Butts.
18th in the nation. Yep,
In the
it's
world.
Nation.
Or
18th
18th in the nation.
They're the 18th best team in Italy.
Sorry, I've been playing a lot of NCAA college football on the PS3. I'm just like, okay, it's 18th in the nation.
Wow. 18th. My
So,
God.
top 10.
I bet you the Italian national soccer team is around 18th.
Here are the teams that are above Italy. Kazakhstan, Austria, Denmark, Slovenia, Germany, France, Norway, Latvia, Belarus, Slovakia, Switzerland, Czech Republic, USA, Finland, Sweden, Russia, and Canada.
Wow.
The
Well,
bottom three.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the FIFA world rankings, where do you think the Italian national team is?
27th.
22nd.
They are 15th. They're 3 spots better than the Italian national hockey team.
Wow.
Perfect.
That's embarrassing.
Oh man. All right, so you want to try to guess the bottom 10?
Oh,
I'm
I
going to
gave
put
you-
Mexico down there.
I gave you one in Bosnia-Herzegovina. Mexico is not down there. They are 32nd. So we're looking for 40th through 50th, and I gave you Bosnia-Herzegovina, so you have 9 to go.
Chad.
No Chad. They are not ranked. Fell out of the rankings.
New Zealand.
New Zealand is 37th, so no, just outside the bottom.
Wow.
All right, back to me. I'm going to go Ireland.
48th, big winner there. They are
Oh.
below Bosnia-Herzegovina, and they dropped 4 spots. Sean Leahy's exclusion really screwed him over. So we got 2 out of the 10.
John, your turn.
Thailand.
Thailand, not on the list, no.
All
They
right,
probably-
this is my
They
chance to
probably
go
don't
up
have a
2
hockey team.
I'm going up 2-1 here. I'm sticking with the United Kingdom. I'm going to go Wales.
Wales does not ranked, not on the team. I think they're under Great Britain,
Great Britain. Damn.
and Great Britain
Oh,
is ranked 24th.
Oh, well, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Great Britain's definitely way higher than that. Ukraine
No, the Ukraine is 21st.
is strong. The Ukraine is strong.
Ukraine is strong.
All right. Let's see. I'm trying to think here. Luxembourg.
Big winner with Luxembourg, 43rd in the nation.
God
Yeah.
damn it!
So 2-0.
Are you serious?
Man, Luxembourg and Bosnia-Herzegovina and Ireland off the board to Johnny.
I'm gonna go Iceland.
No Iceland. Iceland is 35th
What?
in the
So
world.
close, yet so far. What a shame. Spain.
Spain is 31st, so they are not in the bottom.
What about Cuba?
Cuba not having a hockey team or a federation, so
Damn
no,
it.
they're not on the list. Although
Now I'm
look-
just going for random like
I'm
Caribbean
looking.
teams.
I'm looking at the rest of the list. You're probably not far off in saying a place like Cuba because there are some random shits in here.
See? San Marino.
First off, it's Mark's turn.
Yeah, you jerk. Montenegro.
Montenegro not on the list now.
Oh, damn.
Down to John.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with San Marino.
No San Marino.
The Vatican City.
No Vatican City.
Chile.
No Chile.
Peru.
No Peru.
Are we like if we were playing Carmen San Diego right now?
Oh,
Are we-
she'd be long gone and finding another plastic surgeon.
Okay,
You're on the wrong side of the pond, gentlemen.
fair enough. Egypt.
No Egypt.
Israel has a hockey team, if I remember correctly.
Are you saying Israel?
Israel.
They're 33rd in the country. So
Damn
they're
it!
not
I am key in the 30 to 38 demographic.
You're hitting
right
it.
now.
You're hitting it hard.
Yeah. My
It's like a
God.
145 in a bar.
Especially in the 30 to 38 demographic.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go Turkey.
Oh, Mark just running the table. 41st in the world, Turkey.
That's fine. Mark's up 3-0.
3-0.
Uh,
Turkey and Bosnia Herzegovina, Ireland, and what'd you say, Mark? You say Luxembourg too, right?
Luxembourg.
Yeah, you
I don't know why, but I
Those
did.
4 are off there.
what about Georgia?
Oh, Georgia's on the mind of Johnny P's on the board. 45th
Yeah,
in the world.
3-1, coming back.
Here
Oh,
we
no,
are.
I'm getting worried now.
Here we go. What a pull, Johnny. What
All
a
I need
pull.
is the first game. The fourth one is always the hardest to get, Mark.
It is.
I know it is. I need to close this out. Now I'm blanking on names.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh!
The Netherlands.
They're 25th. They're far out of the 40 range.
All right.
Johnny, up to you.
I
You hit us hard with Georgia.
know, that's amazing, actually. I'm going to go with Jordan.
No Jordan, no.
I went too random.
A little bit too random.
I would have went Bird if I were you. Saudi Arabia.
Incorrect, Saudi Arabia. Nothing there.
What about Greece?
2 for Johnny P. 49
Yeah,
in the world.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
3-2. We're doing best of 4 now.
I'm gonna
Coming
close it
back.
out. I'm gonna close it
Coming
out.
back.
Close it out, Mark. Hurry up.
Who's got number 50? Did we get 50 yet?
No, 50 is not gotten
50
yet.
is not yet gotten. Thailand. Did John already say Thailand?
Thailand
Yep.
has already been said and is
True
not on the
story.
list.
Wasted it.
Wasted
Yep.
it.
What else do I got? What about crap. I'm blanking now.
I really don't think you guys are going to get any more, to be quite honest
All
with
right.
you.
What about the Dominican Republic?
No Dominican Republic.
All right, I'll do one more.
All right, Mark.
Estonia.
Estonia is 29th, so they're
Oh,
Wow.
wow. See,
They're just better than they're just worse than the Netherlands.
Yep.
And I guess I'll take one last one to see if I can tie this up.
Sure.
I will go with the Faroe Islands just because I like saying that.
No Faroe Islands. Sadly.
That would have been awesome.
So 40th on down. So you got South Africa in 40th.
Ah, man.
Mark said Turkey. That's 41st. North Korea is 42nd.
Seriously?
Yep.
I was actually going to say North Korea, but I didn't think that they were allowed to leave their country.
That
You-
is amazing,
You
actually.
closed it out. Then you have Luxembourg, which was said 44th, the United Arab Emirates.
Oh, you were so far off with that Saudi Arabia drop. My
I
God.
was going to say UAE
Hey.
too, because they have so much money to build rinks. Oh, man.
Johnny said Georgia. 46, Hong Kong.
How is that separate from China?
Hold on. They have their own?
Yeah, China is 38, Hong Kong 46.
I thought that they were
Technicality.
the same country, though.
They're not, apparently not.
Interesting.
And Sean O'Connor joins us in his palatial estates.
God, you just missed. We were trying to name the 40th through 50th teams in the world for ice hockey.
That would be.
I would love if Sean just drops one right now.
That would be the Islanders, the Flyers.
Actually, for national team, the Islanders might be 40th.
Okay, just check.
So I gave you Bosnia-Herzegovina. 38 was Ireland, which was guessed. Greece was 49th, which is guessed. And the final team that is ranked as of last May, which is the last time they updated rankings because of the World Championships, Mongolia.
I was so close with Montenegro.
You were, not in location, but with name.
On that.
Mongolia, wow.
Where's Jamaica on that list?
Jamaica's not on here.
How's that? They have a bobsled team. They should be awesome in hockey.
Well, we were wondering how the hell like China is different from Hong Kong in the ratings, and China has a higher thing. Australia 36 in the world.
Isn't Hong Kong a part of China?
That's what we were all thinking too. Apparently not so much. Not in the eyes of no.
So Sean, do you remember the rant that you had when the United States lost to Cuba in basketball? Could you imagine that?
No, it's Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. That's right.
Yes, which now I just saw, if you didn't watch, John Oliver from HBO had a thing about Puerto Rico, and as far as the fact that they don't have a couple states things that we don't have. And I just wanted to say, you know what? If they stop beating us in basketball, maybe we'd give them back their states' rights. Go Storm. We'll throw that out there. Hi, Lyle. How you doing, bud?
Hey, how's it going? Sean? Long time no see, my
We
man.
got the whole crew back. Laura's trying to sign in.
It sucks because, now that I'm old, I'm sitting here doing the show, have to use a heating pad just to do the show. Scotty's now back in the country. God, if Trump would just build this wall in Canada, we'd stop the guys going across the border. But apparently it doesn't work. I don't know what's going on. But other than that, everything's going great. Waiting for Vancouver to make it into the Stanley Cup Finals now. Other than that, it's life moves on. It's
Oh, that's excellent. And it's topical as ever, my friend. As topical as ever.
life doesn't. I kind of look at it as life's a cycle of 5 years, and if I just go off the show for 5 years, I can come right back in with the jokes.
And not miss a thing or a beat. I'm telling you.
Exactly. Hey, real quick, how is Canada right now without having a team in their national sport? I mean, are they okay with lacrosse now becoming the national sport for Canada? Is that all right?
No, we're still there. We're still in mourning. Hockey's still the thing. We're still in mourning. Right now, everybody's trying to pick like the team that has the most Canadian players on it
that's
right
what
now.
I'm saying. Who is the CBC game that kind of becomes Saturday night? I mean, it can't be the Caps because Cherry got to blow up the Russians because we have two of them, so that can't happen. It can't
but no,
They've got more than two.
They're gonna hype Crosby and Ovechkin again. That's because that's all they know.
I love the fact that they're maybe some people are getting hyped about the Blue Jays, and then the Raptors are going to let them down. It's going to be great. I mean,
Because they're all both from Toronto, so that's what they do.
The Raptors did such a good job with the NBA All-Star Game. I mean, it was so well done. I mean, it was You couldn't top that. I mean, as a matter of fact, they should stop doing an All-Star game after that.
Well, I think that's on grounds of other things, but I just like how now the Marylanders in Canada that have to carry the torch are Brett Cecil, your boy Sean, and Gavin Floyd as they play for the Blue Jays. So
Yeah, Brett's kind of struggling a bit.
He's about, his wife's about to get yelled at on Twitter if he doesn't start figuring it out, So
Yeah, because that's what they do. Yeah.
pretty close. I mean, no, but I mean, you're right. I mean, he had, it's funny because I texted him the day he broke the major league record, which was the second game of the year for most consecutive appearances without a run, and then he consistently went out and gave a run for like the next 15 times he went out on the field. He hit that milestone and then. Whew, said, you know what, that was too good. I don't want to. No,
Yeah, you don't want to set a precedent like that.
I know.
No.
You break a major league record that he hasn't stopped somebody from scoring the rest of the time. No, but he's doing good. I'll tell you what. I will say this: he loves the city of Toronto. I mean, talking to the guy, if he says for an athlete, it's one of the best sports towns in the world. The fans are great, and really when they win, they get behind it, and kind of why you see. Probably, maybe in the near future, 2 NHL teams right there. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got behind the Jays last year in a big. Well, the whole damn country got behind the Jays in a big way, and Marcus Stroman, he published one of those things, that Player Tribune thing, where players have stuff that's ghost written for them, but supposedly it's from them. But anyway, he was saying how he didn't want to come to Toronto when he did, but then after he got there, he loved it. He just thinks it's fantastic.
The funny part is secretly Major League Baseball is starting to hire ex-Expos to go up and do stuff in Montreal, and there's very good talk, if the right thing were to happen, that maybe the Tampa Bay franchise would head up to Montreal, which would be great.
Man. I would be so happy to have the Expos back because I mean, listen, yes, I get behind the Jays because they're the only Canadian team. So I mean, I am going to get behind them. But I'm an Expos fan at heart. That was my first love, was the Montreal. If you never forget your first love, and when it comes to sports, you never forget your first love.
Since we're talking hockey, it's surprising me that they don't put a team in Vancouver because the Canadians were such a big part of the Pacific League for some.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, big time.
And then you had, obviously Ottawa was a little bit successful in the International League, but you're shocked that they're thinking about going right back to Montreal, which obviously did support a team because there was no ownership behind it. Really, it wasn't the fan base, and it wasn't the lack of that they had a good team. It was just, I hate to say it, it was the Major League strike. I think if the Major League strike would have happened that year
in '94,
you had a team that would have had the momentum. To be honest with you, it might be Toronto that would have moved on, in all honesty.
Well, it's funny to mention. I mean, last fall I read a very interesting history on the Expos, and the author eludes me for the moment. But
is it Jonah Carey's book?
Yes, thank you. That's the author. Yeah, really well done, and it's amazing the franchise lasted as long as they did. I mean, the ownership was just a shit show from the get-go. Yeah. And the fact that they drafted as well as they did for 2 decades, longer than 2 decades, the 70s and the 80s and into the early 90s, they were just a draft machine. It was just, they just couldn't afford to bring in that 1 or 2 key piece that they would have needed that would have put them over the top. But the 94 team that you mentioned, I mean, Sean, yeah, that team, there's no question in my mind they would have gone all the way. If they hadn't at least won, they would have. They definitely would have, I think, gone all the way to at least to the World Series.
Well, and isn't that what it's really about? You talk about sports and you talk about all this, and I think hockey's a great example of that. You see all these franchises that eventually crack into the playoffs or make a deep run in the playoffs. Let's look at Florida, for example, with the Panthers or the Lightning. If they don't have those runs where they go in the Stanley Cup and that people all of a sudden need to buy season tickets to get their playoff tickets, because people, again, we do this every year. We've done this for 5 years. Yeah. Hockey is the sport that if you want to get somebody to love hockey, just tell them to watch the playoffs. And God forbid you get them to a playoff game. Me and Johnny were talking the other day, if the Caps make the Stanley Cup playoffs, look, I didn't go to the sweep against Detroit, And
The
if I don't
finals.
win this time, I might not ever see it. Not to be, but it's one of those things.
Well,
if I had to get season tickets to do it, I'd do it. I think.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And this is the thing that always upset me whenever I hear people say, well, Florida's not a hockey play, Sunrise. It's not a hockey town. Oh, Arizona's not a hockey town. It's like give them something to cheer for. That's worthwhile cheering for on a consistent basis. Go ahead, Scotty.
And it's not only that; it's just that the arenas, especially in Sunrise, is way the hell and gone from Miami proper.
Yeah.
Same with Glendale, where Glendale's at. I mean, I was surprised of how secluded the arena, the BB&T Center, was at the draft. I'm just like, wow, this is almost like how the Capitol Center was in Landover before they built up all the development there. It's just
There was also no public transportation to get there.
no.
Like that's what the Verizon Center has going really well for it now, is that it's put in a downtown area that quite literally has a metro stop below it.
Yeah.
So it's far easier to get to. I'm with Scotty. Like the Florida, the Sunrise rink when we were there, it was 15 minutes from everything.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing around it except for like little condo for old people. That's it.
Steak and Shake's there, right? Still has Steak and
Steak and Shake. There is a Steak and Shake.
Is there? You're right. It's also
By
10
the
minutes
way,
away.
Scotty, if you can add to the show notes that my second best of album is going to be Shit Show from the Get Go.
See, I was gonna say that's a T-shirt idea for us.
That's fantastic.
Show from the
5 years later. 5 years later, we're talking about best of shows and T-shirt ideas. What's going on?
That's a golden oldie in itself, Sean.
Here, I'll add that to the T-shirt ideas that I have in my phone.
Did I miss Laura, or did she come in?
No, she still hasn't come in.
No,
Your herpes? What's going on?
she's at dance pictures right now, which I've heard is kind of creepy, to be honest.
Yeah.
But she is trying to make her way onto the show.
Well, I only got a little bit because my little one just got done her homework, and I'm telling you right now, I don't know if I'm making it past second grade.
Oh, I think I just heard her. So
She's making it, or you're making it?
You don't think you're making it past second grade?
Personally, yes.
Do you need me to ghostwrite your papers again?
Johnny can be the Players Tribune of you. In your
You have no idea what new math is. You think you know? You have no.
Oh, I heard that.
That Common Core stuff is bullshit.
Yeah, my mom said that's just garbage.
Wait, you have to explain to a 2-year-old that really, or not a 2-year-old, but a second grader that really doesn't want to do it. That you have to sit here and go, yeah, and I don't know. Yeah, sorry, it's just painful. It's just painful.
There is no NyQuil for the common core of mathematics.
There's
a bad sick joke.
See, that's why when my son was small, my wife did the math homework, and I took care of the cool stuff like history. Okay, we divided it up, and it worked beautifully like a dream. It worked so beautifully that he almost failed every year. But no, I kid. But but that's what we did. Seriously, we split it up.
I tried that in the divorce settlement, but that didn't come.
Well, John, these things don't take. No, I will tell you this. I did get a big win this week. I didn't explain that, but I did get a big win this week. So we'll leave that to.
All right, off the show.
Yeah. By the way, I'm putting shit show as 2 words, as you see here. Shit show from the get-go, because it flows
that's
better.
That's what I wrote down.
That is correct.
I wrote
it is not one word.
We have a list of T-shirt ideas. We have Face Off Hockey Show, Shit Show from the Get Go.
Boom.
Face Off Hockey Show. We'll get to it when we get to it.
Yep.
Face Off Hockey Show. You use the whole body. I don't even remember what that was.
I don't know, but I like it.
And then I have other quotes on here that just says podcast or just radio shows with downloadable capabilities.
I remember that one because we were trying to explain what podcasts are to old people.
And then it says podcast or just radio shows that you can take with you.
Yeah.
And then the bottom one says, I'd call the Oilers garbage, but at least the garbage shows up every week. I don't know what that one is. I do not remember half of these, actually.
I remember all of those in some form, but I missed that other one.
What about if you don't like us, don't leave a comment, delete us? I remember that one.
Face Off Hockey Show. If you can't sign in and call tech support.
I like it. How's the baseball going at your end there, Sean?
We're finding new ways to lose, but you know it's okay. We got about 2 weeks left in the season, so we're doing well. You know, the weather was nice until today, and then all of a sudden we went back to February. I don't understand what happened, but
yeah, this global warming stuff is bullshit.
No,
climate change, not global warming. Climate change.
Yeah, there's definitely some stuff going on there, but no, it's going on. You know, you know, like I said, it's fun to see guys now. You know, I got 3 guys playing pro ball.
Yeah.
18 guys in high Division I. So, you know, it's fun to see those young guys do some stuff. And, you know, to be honest with you, I'll tell you what's really neat. We played in the inner city Monday night. So on the way home, I'm driving, and I see probably 7 ball fields that have kids playing out in the community. And I was like, man, you don't realize the impact of a Major League Baseball team to a city until you see that. And really, you know, areas that, no question, if you would put a basketball hoop up, but they're out there with the ball and the bat, girls, boys playing, and, you know, it's fun to see because, like you said, you know, like everybody knows, hockey is one of those games, baseball is one of those games. It creates interest. You know, look at the Little Caps and all these teams that came because the Capitals were here, and now you have a generation that are now playing. I think the only sport that it doesn't work like it is soccer because every freaking kid plays soccer. Yet only they like it are the Patanzo brothers. I mean, that's it.
It doesn't seem to take. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's popular here in Canada, but to a degree as well. I mean, Major League Soccer, I think, is, and maybe I'm wrong with this, and maybe
it's much better than it used to be.
Maybe Johnny and Mark can set me straight, but it just
far better.
It just seems to me that Major League Soccer is more of a bigger deal here in Canada than it is in the United States. I hope I'm wrong. That's the impression I get from watching.
There's more coverage
everywhere. I think honestly, it's a lot bigger deal than it was. I mean, it's so less about the players anymore. It's more about the fan experience. You see the Arby's, you see the Seattle team. You know, you see the kind of thing, which is great for the sport. My thing is I still don't see the, I don't know if you want to call, I mean, until the United States or the Canadians start producing people that play in our leagues that go to our international teams, I don't think you can truly say there's an impact. I don't think it's realistic as a country to have kids that are 14, 15 years old become professionals. That's what the American education system's about, and in some way the Canadian education system. So, I mean, right now it's one of those things that it's dominating the world. Every kid's playing it. One of the worst nightmares in the world is now they're talking concussion and soccer because of the heading. And if that happens, Jesus. I mean, I don't know what you can play now that you don't get a concussion for. I mean, it's nuts.
You're going to get a concussion in sport regardless. I mean, let's be honest. If you're going to play any kind of a team sport, I mean, a concussion is going to be part of it. I think the whole thing is just, when you look at something like hockey, you're trying to cut down on things like headshots because, let's face it, in soccer, if you're heading the ball, well, I mean, you know, they're bouncing the ball off, you're nogging yourself. I mean, if worse came to worse, you could take that out of the sport if you had to, if worse come to worse.
You could has for kids.
Yeah, but you could still play the game. The game can still be played. Where, hockey, it's a targeted headshot, same as in football, targeted headshots are trying to crack down on that. But I mean, listen, in baseball, there's no such thing as headshots other than, if you're deliberately throwing at somebody's head.
Or if you get a shot back to the mound,
but that's an accident. That's not deliberate stuff.
Pitch. You get hit in the head with a pitch. Look, I think headshots in football become accidental. I think headshots in hockey, especially at the young levels, you look at the bantams and the levels where they don't have checking. The kid runs into a kid. The problem is, and I've said this to no end, the problem is the athletes are so much faster, they're so much quicker, and they create more collisions and because the space is smaller. If you want to eliminate headshots, and look, I don't know what the study is, but look at Canadian football compared to American football. I don't know if Canadian football league's in any worse shape than the NFL, but please tell me that the field being wider and longer might give more space for athletes that are bigger and stronger. Or maybe the Canadian football athletes aren't as big and fast as the NFL athletes. to
It
maybe
could be a combination.
They're definitely
of
not
both.
as big as the NFL
Yeah,
players.
I think it's
know
a
that
combination
much.
of both. I think it's a combination of both with the larger field, and as I said, the CFL players aren't, they're not quite as big, and as they are in the United States. I mean, concussions are, it's still going to be an issue in the CFL, but nothing on the scale of the NFL. But get rid of the, if you get rid of the targeted headshots, that's one thing. Get rid of those things. But you're never going to fully eradicate it. And I think that's the thing that everybody's got to understand. We can still have these sports. They can still be played, especially at the professional level. But you have to understand, once you've taken away the dirty play, taken away the deliberate attempt to injure, you remove that, there's still going to be a risk of concussion. You can protect the players as best you can, but at the end of the day, that risk is still going to be there. For God's sake, I mean, I got 2 concussions when I was a kid just playing rough and tumble sports, for God's sake. Well,
I was just the wrong size.
I got to jet out of here, guys, but my one point I will say about it is I don't think there's any sport where people deliberately try to hurt anybody anymore. I think the problem is a lot of this is just, look, if a football player tries to hit another football player, he's by default he's not going in there to deliberately hurt him.
No.
It's just a part of the game as far as that. A hockey player's not going in to paralyze the guy. A baseball player's not going. I think a lot of these things, it's the sport and the nature of the sport. And I think until you teach it at the younger levels that that's not a part of it, then you're going to fix it. Like if you teach football about keeping your head up when you tackle, if you teach hockey where, hey, we're going to teach you how to properly hip check instead of doing stuff where you go to the head, now all of a sudden you eradicate it. But if you try to do it where you assume, hey, these sports are just evil, they're not. There's a reason why people didn't get hurt 20 and 30 years ago, and it's because of what's changed in techniques and stuff like that.
I would go along with that. Yep. I'd go along with that.
Sounds good.
Hey guys, I'll see you again in 5 years. I appreciate it.
Sean.
All right, man.
Hopefully come back soon.
All right, yeah, absolutely.
Take care, brother.
Buddy. Love you. Take care, buddy. There you go. Sean O'Connor.
I
My
will
goodness.
also say
That was a pleasant
lot of
surprise.
Questions that occur in youth sports occur because of size differences. It's not so much like a kid going after another kid's head, because I know that I got a concussion playing soccer when I was young, and it literally came from the fact that I was making a run across the middle of the field and ran into another kid's shoulder.
Yeah.
And it just so happened I was 6 inches smaller than everybody else. So
Yeah.
it's just the way it is. It occurs.
Sure.
It's going to occur. It will never not occur.
Yeah.
As long as sports exist.
Yeah.
I kind of disagree with Sean that I think there are people that do go out and try to injure other people. And I think that sports in general have lost a lot of respect. The reason that people didn't get hurt 20 years ago is that players respected each other, players respected officials, all of that shit. It's all gone now. There are children in high school and younger that just so much cussed out an official before they ever listened to anything that they
Yeah, that's true.
say.
Mm-hmm.
You should know, Johnny, because you're dealing with these people on a regular basis.
I've stopped refereeing high school soccer. I will not be refereeing high school soccer next year because I don't find it enjoyable anymore. I cannot take the coaches are not allowed to discipline their children, their children. The children on the field are not respectful of anybody on the field, and the fans are just as bad as everybody else in the world. And they paid $3 to get into the game and feel like they should be able to say whatever they want. So I feel like sports in itself, I'll say this as, I guess, politely or as most direct as I can and hope that it comes off politely. Sports in themselves may be their own downfall.
Yeah.
There may be a period of time where sports and the way that we enjoy sports growing up is no longer around because there's no one to officiate that. There will not be kids that come up that replace the people that stop officiating sports. Schools will run out of money and decide that it's not worth to keep a sports team around. I think we're on the backside of that bell curve.
Well,
to be honest.
It's funny you mentioned that because North Dakota is dropping their baseball program. their golf programs, all the different sports, and you know and that's just because of budget cuts and things like that, because travel costs. I mean, that could be another thing entirely. But you're right. There's teams and places dropping sports immediately because it's almost the cheapest stuff to drop when it comes to instead of academics, you drop athletics.
And that's one thing also that is the cost. I mean, to Johnny's point, but I think cost comes into it as well. Here in Canada, that's a significant concern regarding hockey because the sport is becoming more and more expensive to put our kids in. The gear is getting more and more expensive. Registrations, hockey camps, hockey school, it's all becoming much more expensive now, to the point where you're seeing a lot of kids who, even in the middle class now, they're middle class kids whose parents can't afford to put them in hockey. To put them in organized hockey. It's becoming much more of a sport for sort of the have-mores, if you will, but even then, I mean, you're not going to get a very deep pool of talent if that, if that's the separation.
I wonder with that, in terms of registration and stuff, how much is that of people thinking they're going to make money being this league and being this greater, higher power and trying to get every single dollar out of the parents they can? Or is it just is that literally something they need to make ends meet for ice time, for this, that, and the other thing? Like, I often wonder that, like, how come this camp costs so much? How much do you have to pay out for ice time? How much do you have to pay out for this, that, and the other?
Yeah.
And things like that. I mean, that's also another a deviant topic we can go off to, later on down the line. But that's also a thing you have to worry about too. If people are doing this for profit and thinking they're going to get rich off of it,
and that may be some of it too.
To that point too, that Lyle brought up, there are soccer cleats now that are $300 for a pair of soccer cleats.
Unreal. That's unreal.
When I was a child. When I was growing up, I bought my own pair of nice soccer cleats from Play It Again Sports. They were $100. They were the most expensive soccer cleats at the time. The Copa, the Adidas Copas, $100, pure leather. They lasted forever. Amazing. I got them from Play It Again Sports for $50, and I was in heaven because I got these pair of shoes. That was the most expensive pair of shoes.
Well, let me just just to kind of go a little further back, because I played soccer in the 70s. I mean, that was still a sport for kids in Canada back then. The cleats that I got, they were my cousins, hand-me-downs, but they bought those. They were Adidas, $25, and this was 1977. And at that time, it was, I remember, my cousin Cecil saying, yeah, Mom and Dad really growled about that, $25 for a pair of cleats, But that now I realize inflation and things like that, but I mean, still, $300 for cleats? And that's what? Did you say repairing cleats?
No, that's $300 for the cleats.
For the cleats. That's just
cleat or cost $300.
I mean, that's just crazy. That's crazy. But that's the thing with hockey here in Canada for a lot of they've got to have new equipment. Got to have new equipment every year, and just the cost of it is just going up and up.
Outgrow stuff so quickly.
Yeah, and you can only go to Play It Again Sports so often. I mean, here in Charlotte, we've got two Play It Again Sports. One here in Charlottetown, one in Summerside. Okay, but hockey is huge here on the island. Okay, and they only got so much gear. There's only so much gear you're going to be able to get for your kids at Play It Again Sports. Okay, if you want to kit your child out for a full season in hockey, even just to pick up a few things, the stuff for kids is hard to come by. For adults, oh geez, it's all over the place. Seriously, it's all over the place. But for kids, oh, forget it. It's it's literally scraping the bottom of the barrel. The stuff would be better off just really being you might as well just donate it rather than try and sell it.
And let's be honest, if you're trying to buy new stuff, good luck. Good luck trying to get a loan from the bank from that. Because my goodness, I'm looking at skates right now on a website, and the median price seems to be $3.99 for skates. For new skates.
That's crazy. That's just crazy.
And that's not even top of the line Bauer.
And they last a year because you outgrow them.
Yeah. And then what?
Top of the line Bauer for seniors is $949. Top of the line for CCM is $800.
Jesus.
I've never bought myself. I bought myself my first good pair of soccer cleats, and that was when I knew my feet would stop growing.
Right.
Which makes sense. Yeah.
Yes, it's the only time you can feel safe, in all honesty.
Yeah. You know, I mean, that was part of the reason.
Was when I actually bought myself my first pair of real soccer cleats. That wasn't like from Play It Again Sports or something like that. I actually bought them from soccer.com because I wanted them, and I spent like $150 on a pair of soccer cleats, and I still have them.
Well, here's the thing: when I was playing hockey as a kid, when you played my hockey as a kid, I mean, parents, they bought you skates. You wore them 3 seasons. They deliberately bought them big. So the first season you had to wear a lot of socks and you couldn't skate for shit. Right? Second season they fit well and your skating improved. In the third season your feet were in agony, you know, because you get to try and squeeze them into these things. It's a wonder we didn't all end up with, like, you know, bound foot syndrome, like when they bind the feet of the Chinese girls, that sort of thing.
And even ballet dancers and things like that.
Yeah, that sort of thing. It's a wonder none of us wound up with permanent foot damage from all of that nonsense, or wrecked our, you know, the ankle tendons, you know, from wearing them too big. Where you wore, literally, I wore 3 pairs of socks one year in my skates to try and make them fit. And I think we all know, if you have try wearing skates that are too big, it doesn't matter how many socks you got on, it doesn't help. You know, you're still gonna be, you know. So just that, but that's
like
the way it was.
Running clown shoes.
Yeah, but that's the way it was 40 years ago. Now, oh no, that child will have new skates every year. You know, every year they will get a new pair of skates, and so just ring up the total, like what Scotty just described, for the medium price for those skates. I mean, now imagine having to do that every damn year.
I would love to have one. I feel like there's like at least one set of really smart parents looking forward type of thing. And in 10 years or something, we'll have an article that comes out that says, this is how much money I spent for my kid to get to the NHL. And it will be millions of dollars.
Oh, for sure.
Yep. And I mean, that's not just cost of equipment exactly. That's, as I said, the registration, the you know, the hockey schools, the travel and everything like that. I mean, and that's what's going to be as much harmful to sports as the other things that you were talking about earlier, Johnny.
Yeah. I don't know. I just have a bad feeling that sports, that we're gonna look back. That I will look back. That, like, as a whole, maybe the show will look back when we're like retired and older, and we're telling our kids about, our grandkids about how we used to play sports, and they're like, "Oh, sports, what are those?"
Yeah, because now the big thing is, you know, they have the online tournaments and things like that.
Yeah, the esports we talked about.
Yeah, that's huge. My son is into that big time. You know, well, I mean, it's part of the. I mean, he works in the industry, so I mean, naturally, but still, you know, I mean, that's the big thing.
It's the only sport you can't get a concussion in.
Yep.
I don't think.
I'm sure that if you throw the Nintendo controller pretty hard,
you bounce it off his head.
You can still catch him pretty good.
Here's the funny thing is that we should have figured this out, because I don't know, Johnny, if you remember, or Mark, you remember, we had shows about the Madden franchise on the BCM network. And those were huge. The numbers and the call-ins we would get about that. For us, it was ridiculous, and looking back on it, it's just like, yeah, we really should have seen this. We really should have seen this whole thing coming, because that's a way to play sports and have your favorite players there, and not actually have any physical exertion. Or you only pay $70 for a game, and then you go from there. My goodness gracious.
That's crazy, isn't it? But I mean, you know, very quickly, just to round back to the point that Johnny, you were talking about how you disagreed, you know, with Sean about the whole thing about players really trying to hurt each other. I mean, you know, I can't speak for football, but for hockey, I think we all definitely know that there are players in the National Hockey League and in the minors who have a reputation for dirty play. I mean, one of them is one of the best players, one of the best defensemen in the NHL, and that's Duncan Keith. The guy has a reputation as a dirty player. I mean, Aaron Ekblad spoke out about that earlier this week, you know. and where he basically said, now, he wasn't singling anybody out, but he was saying, the league's got to do something because the players all know who the dirty players are. But if that's the case, my point would be then to Aaron Ekblad, it's like, yeah, you're right, the league should do something, but it takes two to tango there, kiddo. And I know you've only been in the league a couple of years, and you don't really know fully how the National Hockey League Players Association works, but you guys have to take it upon yourselves too, okay?
Yeah.
You have to. Because there are players in the NHL who do go out of their way to hurt people. I mean, for God's sake, I mean, who's the Bruins player? I wrote, it's funny because I wrote about it a couple weeks ago. One of my losers of this year, the Bruins player Zach Rinaldo.
Yeah.
Who, had a reputation, a long reputation as a cheap shot artist. So he gets a 5-game suspension. The Bruins go, okay, screw this. Put the guy on waivers. Nobody touches him. He goes to the minors. He's not even there a week and gets a 5-game suspension there for essentially the same thing. Okay? The guy's a recidivist. Everybody knows who the dirty players are. Some of them are no-talent plugs like Zach Rinaldo. Yeah, I said it. No-talent plug. What's he going to do, hump you down?
Yeah, probably.
Or, Jesus, knock on the door at 3 o'clock. Son of a bitch, I heard we want interviews.
Actually, it's going to occur in the next 5 minutes, so we should
Yeah,
the show.
exactly. I better be prepared. But it's also talented players. Guys like Duncan Keith. Listen, I think Duncan Keith's a phenomenal hockey player, but there's no denying the fact, he's dirty. And something's got to be done about that. But
Brad Marchand has actually become a decent hockey player, but he was a cheap shot artist when he first came up in the
he
league.
was antagonizer for sure.
still has the reputation. I mean, he dialed it back this year, big time, and focused more on playing hockey. Yeah, had his best season ever stats-wise. Yeah, amazing there, Brad. A little bit of maturity did you a world of good. But let's face it, I mean, every year previous, I mean, is just littered with the things he's done, including there's, I think, 2 or 3 suspensions on his resume and a couple of fines. But, even if you eradicate, you get rid of the dirty play and everything like that, sports like hockey, sports like soccer, sports like football, even sports like baseball, concussions are going to be part of the risk that you're going to take in playing it. Even if you play the game clean, there's going to be collisions, and unfortunately, a concussion will result from it. There may be an inadvertent hit to the head, That's going to happen. You can't get rid of it. You can't turn around and tarnish these sports. And that's a point that I agree with Sean, that no, these sports are not all evil here. You can't turn around and tarnish these sports just because, you could get hurt. Yeah, I mean, I talk with my dad about this. My dad loves baseball. He's not a hockey fan, but he loves baseball. That's one of the first things that he and I bonded over was baseball. And, I mean, he played it as a kid growing up, and he said, we were talking about this last fall, and he said, you're going to get hurt. It could happen. But, Jesus Christ, you don't go out and stop doing something that's an organized sport that's fun to play just because, be careful, you might break a nail. Be careful, you might twist an ankle. Or, be careful, you might get a concussion. Yeah, you might, but more often than not, you're not going to. So should we stop playing these sports and just wrap ourselves up in, little bags of, like bubble wrap and, mark ourselves as fragile and say we'll never play these sports? No, you don't go that far because that's just ridiculous. Should we protect the athletes? Absolutely. The leagues must do everything they can at every level to try and ensure player safety. But if you're going to play the game, injuries are going to be a part of it even if you get rid of the dirty play.
And I feel like on a lot of levels, the players aren't the ones driving this sort of thinking. Sometimes they are when it comes to, like the NFL players that are suing the NFL over concussions and stuff like that. But I think if it were up to the players, they all understand the risks. They all understand what they signed up for. They all understand that they could get hurt. They all understand that they could have serious consequences after their careers are over. Everyone understands that when they sign up to do all of this. I think it's a lot of the ownership, perhaps, and I mean I can't speak to this because I've never been in any of the meetings. I don't know what side of the argument most of these people are on. But, I mean, it's sort of the same argument as not sending the players to the Olympics. Like, if you have an asset that makes you money, you want to have that asset as long as you can. So protecting your assets, whether it be, from concussions or from injury in a tournament that doesn't get you money is still protecting your assets.
And that's a good point. I mean, I can certainly see that point. The problem, of course, is speaking with hockey, is that you have the overwhelming majority of the players want to play in the Olympics. So, I mean, how do you square that with the owners wanting to protect their assets? And it's an excellent point, because you think back 2 years ago when John Tavares got injured, in the Olympics. That was the Islanders' season. I mean, the ownership and the GM, Gar Snow, I mean, they were furious because their best player was done for the season, and they knew their season was over. And Tavares, by the way, he was leading the league in scoring at that point by a large margin. I mean, he was having a career year up to that point. He was running away with the scoring title. I think he was 12 or 14 points ahead of his nearest rival at the Olympic break. And the Islanders, while they weren't, a top team in the standings at that point, if memory serves, they were definitely in contention for a playoff berth. In fact, I think they were holding on to a playoff spot at the Olympics. And then Tavares got injured, and boom, there went their whole season. And so, I mean, as you were saying, Mark, I mean, I think that the Islanders got some flack for that, but I wasn't among them, because I remember saying, but I can see their point, because they just lost their best player to a nothing tournament. In their eyes, to a nothing tournament.
Mm-hmm. And now maybe the IOC helped them out by not paying for transportation and insurance. So. Yeah,
and I think that's going to kill it for sure. If the IOC won't pick up the tab, the NHL is going to say, well, sorry guys, you can't go. But then that could also create, again, that whole scenario of you get certain players like Ovechkin, like Malkin, who's like, well, screw you, I'm going anyway. And then what? That's going to create an interesting piece of drama. So, but I mean, in that instance, I don't blame the league. I mean, if you're not picking up, as I said, travel, insurance, and there was some other costs there that you mentioned, Scotty, then why should the league front the entire bill? If the IOC wants those players to be there because it's going to be a big moneymaker for them, well, come on, you got to give a little sweetener back to the NHL to make it worth their while.
Yeah.
And in that regard, I am totally behind the league. I'm totally behind Mr. Bettman on that regard. It's like, whoa, you're not going to pick up the tab for any of this shit? Bad enough they're not giving them TV. They didn't want to give them any broadcasting money or any revenue from the broadcast or anything like that. But now you're going to add insult to injury by saying, oh, no, we're not going to cover any of this. You got to cover it? Screw you, not going.
Yeah.
Well, the ISC has been shooting themselves in the foot since 1980.
Oh, for God's sake, they're as crooked as FIFA. For God's sake, they're as crooked as FIFA. It's just they haven't been getting caught yet. And I bet a lot of them had their arseholes pucker real tight when that whole FIFA scandal went down, because there's a lot of them that got dirty that collected a lot of dirty money. Come on. I mean, look at Rio. That's a shit show. It is, to say it again, but it is. It's a shit show. Literally, they will be swimming in raw sewage for the triathlon. They will be swimming in raw sewage. It will be literally
99 days to go, everybody. 99 days to go.
99 problems, baby, because that's what's going to be. But look at the Sochi Winter Olympics. That was a joke. It was a farce. That was all kickback money going to Putin and his buddies. Look at the facilities in Greece, for God's sake. They're not even used anymore. I saw a year or two ago, somebody did a photo study of abandoned Olympic villages and venues. And some of them, okay, you can understand why they were abandoned, like the athletes' village in Germany outside Berlin. I mean, okay, that was 1936, okay? I can understand. But in Greece, the stuff in 2000, the facilities aren't being used? Like the hell. And Sochi, only half the facilities are being used, and that's just according to the official Russian statement. Half of facilities are being in use right
Only
now.
half of the facilities were fully built in the first place. So let's I mean, they're using the ones that are fully built.
But I mean, it's ridiculous. It's a farce. It's so criminal. It's not funny. And why the FBI and Interpol or whoever have not gone after the IOC yet is beyond me. But as I said, I bet you a lot of them in the IOC got nervous after the FIFA scandal went down, because that's not done. Their heads still rolling over that.
Yeah. Oh, fun times with giant boards of government of sport.
Indeed. But it's made for an interesting topic, don't you think?
I'd say. Good thing 'cause we didn't have much at all.
Well, there's not really much. I mean,
because we had the guys who might possibly get bought out, including Thomas Vanek, R.J. Umberger.
Yep.
So that was a thing.
They're going for sure.
Dan Boyle versus the New York media.
That was fantastic.
It was tremendous.
Dan Boyle tells Larry Brooks what everybody has been thinking for years.
Yeah.
Not saying that Dan Boyle should have done that, but I mean, it's not like I mean, a lot of the criticism he got was justified, but let's be honest, they do tend to go a little overboard.
Just a wee bit.
Just dead.
Jonas Enroth and his disappointment of playing time, and Mark had a good point. What were you expecting?
Yeah, you're playing behind Jonathan Quick, for Christ's sake, one of the top goaltenders in the NHL. What did you expect? You were going to get 30 games?
Yeah.
You moron. Jesus, you were lucky you got in. How many did you get? 10? 12? How many did you get?
I think he got 12, yeah.
Let me have a quick look.
I don't know.
Let me have a quick look.
Maybe he was more upset that
Jonas Enroth played 16 games this season.
Not too bad.
I would have taken the under on that if you would have.
Yeah, and he actually got in one playoff game. That was when he got. That's when Johnny Q got pulled, and it didn't matter. 3.49 GAA, 8.75 save percentage, faced 8 shots, allowed 1 goal. For Christ's sake, I could have done that. Okay, I'm being a bit snotty, but still.
It sounds to me like he's just upset that the skates he was trying to sabotage to break Quick's ankle didn't work.
Yeah, maybe that's the real reason. All my efforts to sabotage him failed.
But it's become Russian all of a sudden.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't. What is he? Finnish? Swedish? I can't do it. Bork, bork.
That's a good guess, probably.
Thank you. And then the Lightning are back on the board. It's 4-2 now. I will say, John Tavares scored a beauty roof daddy goal to make it 4-1 in the second period while we were chatting. I would just happen to mention it there. Just wanted to bring it back to that. But yeah. But anyway, it's 4-2 midway through the third. Yabba dabba doo. Who cares? But good on the Islanders. They finally won a series for the first time in 23 years. To give you perspective, my son was 2 when they won their previous series before this one. There you go. He's now 25. There you go.
That's Common Core math, children.
Perspective! But anyway, what else you got there, Scotty? I know we're in down.
Let's see. There's the Dan Boyle, Jonas Enroth. John Chayaka is the Arizona general manager, making a big deal that he's only 26, despite being the assistant general manager right now.
Well, listen, kiddo. I just hope you know what you're doing. You got a chance. Don't mess it up.
Exactly.
Don't mess it up. I understand the Coyotes want to go outside the box, but look, only 26.
Little bit.
Boy wonder. I don't buy into this whole thing of boy wonder. Not at management level.
But Kyle Dubas, though, and we all know hockey is one of the most imitated things in sports in general, the most imitated things in the world, as we see by all the AHL movement and teams wanting to have their AHL affiliates closer.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes.
Kyle Dubas doing his thing.
I really feel sorry for the St. John's Ice Caps because that means if they follow that trend, then Montreal will be moving their team.
They already wrote about that. Next season or the season after could be done because Montreal has stated on the record, even when they signed this deal with the Ice Caps, that once the Laval building is built, they're going to move their AHL affiliation to Laval.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And that's a shame for St. John's, because like I said, they've had a lot of good AHL and Quebec Major Junior teams come through there. They support them, but it's too bad.
It's a shame.
Location, unfortunately.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
And then we got round 2 stuff to do. So.
Yeah.
Lyle, how do you feel about round 1 not ending before round 2 starting?
Yes, that's another good thing.
That is inexplicable. Like when I saw that, I was like, "What the hell, man? Come on!" Like I remember, I was reading a brief piece there that Pierre LeBrun had written about. Finally, the underdog Nashville Predators will have their moment in the spotlight. Game 7 against the Anaheim Ducks. Oopsie! First game, second round. Islanders and Lightning gonna steal a bit of that thunder.
Thunder and lightning, I get it.
Get it?
Ah, thank you very much. I'm glad you saw where I was going with it. I didn't know if I was going to get there. But
It's
anyway,
fine. You stumbled onto it like
I'm telling you.
like most of us have.
I have my moments. Yeah, way to go, Sherlock, I says to myself.
All right, so round 1, it's not done yet, but
We going to do pick'ems for...
oh, we absolutely are.
Oh, let's do this shit.
We are. What we're gonna do is, as it stands right now, 7 out of 8 primaries returned. 7 out of 8 counties brought in.
7 out of 8 counties reporting.
The Panda is number 1.
Yes, go Panda.
Lyle is number 2.
Hey-o!
8 Ball's number 3. Shocker.
I always hated the orb anyway.
Well,
So
well, are there exact scores here? How far behind is the 8 Ball?
5 to 4 to 3.
Hey-o!
It's
And
never
this-
too much.
And this is me not giving a shit this year. So
And here's the thing: if Anaheim wins, Panda will be up by 2, 6 to 4 to 3. If
that's a long way to go. And a
if
short time to get
Nashville wins, then Lyle will be tied with Panda, and the Magic 8 Ball will be just 1.
there. Go Preds! Go Preds!
So there we go.
Go
that
Preds! Devour the
is
Ducks!
That. So Lyle, we have 2 things to do. We have 2 pick'ems.
Yes, sir.
So we have round 2 pick'em, obviously. That's what
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we're alluding to.
Yes.
So round 2 pick'em, we will have Lyle right here. I'm writing this all down. Lyle, and then we will have the Panda, because that's a thing, and he's a new rap artist too. And then we'll have the 8 Ball, which is great for drugs.
Yeah, you would have thought that would have been the new rapper.
Exactly.
8
Who
Ball.
didn't? Who didn't?
Panda and 8 Ball.
That's more of a bank. That's more of a biker gang name. 8
Have you
Ball.
ever seen a panda on 8 Ball? Oh my
It's
God.
really weird.
Nah, it's either a biker name or like in an old World War II B-17 movie. Yeah, there's Chief, Sky Pilot, Goofy Dan, and 8 Ball.
Perfect.
All part of the crew. 8 Ball. Yeah.
All right, so we will start in the East because those matchups have been figured out already.
Yes, sir.
So, gentlemen, bring up your apps if you need be. We'll go to Lyle first. When we'll start with the series to end all series, the Washington Capitals and the Pittsburgh Penguins that will give heart attacks to people across the land.
Yes.
Also, Lyle, if you want to get into it, the idea of divisional play versus seeding and reseeding, as that is now a hot topic amongst some people we know, how they're angered that reseeding is not a thing, considering the fact that they wanted divisional play, and then people are yelling at reseeding. I don't understand what the NHL can do to appease everybody, so the hell with them.
They can't. I file that under who gives a shit. So that's my thinking on that topic. It's like,
Okay.
because you're right. You're not going to please any of them if you don't receive the. They should bring back receipt, and you bring back receipt. Holy fuck! What are we doing?
Does it Bob Dylan's complaining now? Jesus Christ.
yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a mix between Bob Dylan and Cartman.
Yes, that's exactly. That's Bob Dylan and Cartman does Bob Dylan.
Dylan Cartman.
Hippie! Everybody must get done, hippie! But anyway.
Nice. Love it.
Thank you. So Capitals and Penguins. If I may say very quickly, bringing back Spectre Rhodes, my alter ego, you understand, who is wine and dine with king and queens and lived in the alley on pork and beans, you understand, the man of the hour, the man with the power too sweet to be sour. You understand? I told you, Capital fans. I told you 2 weeks ago, Capital fans, everything gonna be all right. I told you that they would win in the first round and they would move on, Daddy. And they did. And there were no tears in heaven this time. No tears in heaven because the Capitals went on, Daddy. They went on to victory. They went on and beat the Philadelphia Flyers. No, little bit. There was no tears. There was no sweating. There was none. None at all. None at all. None at all. I said to you. I say to you, but I tell you, now, Daddy, now they face the biggest obstacle ever. The biggest obstacle ever. The 4 horsemen. No honor among thieves. They bring hard times upon the Capitals, and they bring hard times upon the Capitals, Daddy. That bring hard time upon my friends who are Capitals fans, and therefore hard times to Spectre Rhodes and their family. Don't you understand?
I don't understand.
I'm telling you right now. It's a long-winded euphemism. Catch up. Stay on with the plan.
I was gonna
Anyway.
say, it's a long way to get to a pick, ladies and gentlemen. I love it.
Anyway, I am picking the Capitals not because I think they're a superior team, not because I think the Penguins are deserving of a beatdown, Daddy, but
He wants to
because
stay on the show. Oh.
not because I want to stay on the show because it gives me the only time I get to do my Spectre Rose impersonation, Daddy, but because, again, I do not want to see the tears, the heartache that will come among my Capital fans who are friends of mine. I cannot bear it. I cannot watch it. I cannot see the hard times. So I'm going with the Capitals to win it all.
There we go. Wow, to win the
There you
whole
go.
thing, you just jump into
Spectre Rose,
this.
Daddy. Spectre Rose, Daddy. Spectre Rose, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
That was well done. I love it.
Thank you. Spectre Rose. Spectre Rose will be back in the next round, win or lose, because if the Capitals lose, then I have to go into my whole hard times rant. So there you,
You
go.
do. That'd be
And
great.
no honor among thieves for the four horsemen. So
There you go.
there you go.
Panda, since you're on the lead, you get to go first as per 200 rules.
All right.
Yes,
Even though
the
I just
well-established
went
constitution of this pick'em
Well,
segment.
the Capitals beat the Penguins. And Panda says no.
Oh, jeez.
And Johnny throws his phone across the room.
It says if A equals success, then the formula is A equals X plus Y and Z, with X being work, Y play, and Z keeping your mouth shut.
What
Wow.
the fuck is that supposed to be?
No, I get it.
What
I
kind
get
of Zen
You have to have
bullshit
penalties.
is that?
You have to have hard work and while you play, and then don't talk back to the refs. So I get exactly what he's saying.
Then why don't you just say it?
It's because it's Chinese, Lyle. It's trying to be freaking euphemistic.
All
I don't
right.
know that it's a real word. We should
That's how
euphemize
Drunk
it.
Master gets beaten up. Come on.
Eight ball
Okay,
go.
eight ball.
Will the
Eight
Caps
ball.
beat the Penguins?
Yes. That's what I like
Second
about.
Panda.
That's what I like about the 8-ball. You know, succinct to the point until it gets indecisive and says answer not clear. Please ask.
Yeah, then
me
we get
again."
all pissed about it.
Then we get all pissed at it. Yeah.
We got ourselves the Tampa Bay Lightning against the New York Islanders, which is taking place as we speak.
As we
Islanders up
speak.
in a big way.
Yes, and I'm picking Islanders not because they're already up big way. I'm going to pick them anyway beforehand because, again, they won their first series in 23 years. Good on them for that. But I don't think that's enough balm to soothe the pain that Islanders fans have been through. You Caps fans think you've been through pain? Hey, at least you've had a decent team for the last 3 decades. Same can't be said for the Isles. So I think that the Isles need to win another series. I think they owe it to their fans. A trip to the conference finals. They won't get to the Stanley Cup, but a trip to the conference finals, I think, will bring them even more hope. Will uplift them even more. So that's what I'm
There we
going
go.
for. Islanders, Daddy.
8-ball. You got Tampa. You got New York Islanders.
Will the
Islanders.
Lightning beat the Islanders? Outlook hazy. So that says outlook
No,
good.
I'll look good.
Outlook
I'll
good.
look good.
So Tampa
Being
Bay.
very, very decisive tonight.
Yeah.
And Panda, what bullshit do you have to spew?
It's funny. 2 weeks ago, Panda was real deep, and now it's like, he's so full. of shit.
2 weeks ago it was 15 minutes.
But will the Lightning beat the Islanders? And Panda says yes.
Ooh.
It says a simple fact that is hard to learn is that the time to save money is when you have some.
Totally irrelevant to our conversation, Panda. Try again.
You know what? No, I understand what he means. That he was, the Islanders should save their money before they spend on the free agent market, so that way they're having the hometown discount. You know what? Very smart.
Yeah, because they are making a lot of money from the Barclays Center.
I disagree, kids. I think the Panda's been into the sake, if you know what I'm saying.
That's Japanese. That's racist.
But they don't have pandas in Japan? What's wrong
No,
with you?
they don't. It's China.
No, they have them in Japan too.
Do they?
Yes.
Where?
Maybe. I don't know.
Jesus. No, we just
I'm trying to defend myself from a
between this and fucking up all the teams that are in the lowest spot rankings earlier. God, we've just offended every oceanic nation that's out there.
By the way, I caught the tail end of that segment. Well done, guys. Well done. That was really good.
Gold.
You came so close to Mongolia, Mark.
I know.
There.
So close.
He was there.
I was right there. Why would?
Man.
Never mind.
I don't think we got time to get into it.
Mongolia.
Are we gonna do Blues and Stars? Are we doing them?
We are. We're going to do the Western Conference now. Blues and Stars.
Excellent.
Stars being the top seed. Stars over Blues. Lyle.
Stars over Blues. I'm going to take Blues over Stars because, again, my running theme of team been suffering a long, long time. I mean, the Blues are the last of the existing original expansion franchise from '67 not to have a championship. All the other ones are pointing at them and giggling. So, time for the Blues to stop singing the blues and to keep marching on. The Stars
Except for the Golden Seals.
Well, I said existing franchise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, existing. Yeah, I had to be careful to qualify that. The first time I said that was brought up to me, and I felt shame. So.
And the North Stars, too.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Nah, but they got it when they moved down and became the Stars and won the championship, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
All right. Dallas and St. Louis Panda.
All right. Will the Stars beat the Blues? It says no.
Oh.
The Panda says one word frees all of us. Oh, sorry. One word frees us all. Hold on. Fuck off.
You see?
Okay, here we go. One word frees us of all the weight and pain in life. That word is love.
The worst.
That is so lame.
Man, Hallmark, make a better app.
Good God, the app was so deep 2 weeks ago, man. Like, it was really coming up with some profound shit.
Well, you
now...
call the Panda Japanese. He's really offensive.
Don't you be bringing my overt racism into this.
Oh, my goodness. All right, 8-Ball, do you have anything good to say?
Come on, 8-Ball, anything for us.
Wow. Will the Stars beat the Blues?
Concentrate and ask again. Yeah, you do this every fucking time, 8-Ball.
Wow, you gave him too much props.
Yep. What's he saying? I can't see.
It says most likely.
Most likely.
Not very decisive, but I'll take it.
That. Yeah.
That's Dallas in 6 almost.
Good God.
All right, so now we got 2 different ways to go here.
Yes.
And San Jose's in, so they're playing Anaheim or Nashville.
Yep.
Anaheim will be top seed there, and Anaheim, San Jose. So boys, figure this out. Anaheim, San Jose. That'll be Anaheim top, San Jose second.
I say we say San Jose versus the winner, since San Jose has already made it through.
Fair enough. That works too. So San Jose versus whomever.
Yep.
Lyle, who you got?
San Jose. Sharks another one. They're another one of those suffering. You can notice the trend here. I want the long-suffering teams to succeed.
But Lyle, if it's Nashville,
they haven't suffered long enough.
Really? Okay.
Really. They haven't suffered long enough.
Western Conference Finals? Okay, whatever.
They haven't suffered long enough.
Oh, ask their fans. I'm pretty sure they have a different opinion.
They'll disagree.
I have a different opinion.
But I listen. Joe Thornton and Patrick Marleau do not want the epitaphs on their career to be played for playoff choke artists most of their careers. Don't want that.
Fair
so
enough.
that's why. That's where my sympathies lie. If not, I would have probably gone with Preds. And the Ducks, listen, you had a nice comeback during the regular season, but you know what? Screw you guys. I'm still going with Sharks.
There we go. All right. 8-Ball. San Jose versus winner.
Will the Sharks beat the winner?
Don't count on it.
All right.
So they're going winner.
Nashville
winner chicken dinner.
Anaheim. All right. And Panda, what do you have to say?
Sharks beat winner of Game 7. Absolutely.
There
right,
you
San
go.
Jose. And
It says a simple fact that is hard to learn is that the time to sit. What the fuck? This one was
He's just mailing it in.
well,
He's just mailing it in. See, you can't.
One round. The fucking Panda takes one round, and it's like, fuck it, I got this shit. I'm out.
Exactly. See, you can't trust a Japanese panda. I told you guys.
God damn this Panda.
to be fair, I'd be the same way as the Panda. I'd take one round and just leave and just mail it.
Just go. Yeah, I'm just gonna mail this shit in now.
All right, that's done. Now we have to do we put the apps away, except for maybe the Draft Lottery Simulator. And Lyle, on the 30th of April,
Mm-hmm.
Draft lottery happens, Lyle. The draft lottery will be out there in the ethos, and by that night, it's either going to be just elation or burning down the house because Edmonton won.
Burning down the house.
The house. And since that's one of my favorite Talking Head songs, that's what I want to have. Honest to God, I want to see the internet explode. I want to see people getting pissed off and upset, and I want to see the NHL embarrassed because they had the opportunity to fix this and chose to punt. So I hope Edmonton gets the draft pick, and I hope that the NHL feels embarrassment. And I know, listen, Toronto fans are going to lose their goddamn minds if that happens, but they'll still have a chance. They won't finish any lower than 4th. They got a good chance that they can get either Patrick Lane or what's his name, Puljujarvi.
Puljujarvi.
Yeah, exactly. The name that I guarantee you in 3 years' time we'll all know, rattling off the top of our heads, because those two kids are fantastic. Here's the thing I would love to see. And whoever winds up with the first round pick, wheels and deals to get the second round pick, so you can reunite those two Finnish kids.
There you go.
That would be along the lines of wheeling and dealing Sedin twin scenario that Vancouver did.
Yep, 99. There we go. So you're going to pick Edmonton?
I am picking Edmonton because there is an evil part of me coming to the fore here that just wants to enjoy the chaos.
Sounds good. Mark with a C.
We're picking who we think
is going to win the draft.
Who's going to win the draft lottery?
The first overall pick.
You know what? I'm going to channel my inner Shauno, and I'm going to say Vancouver.
That's a good
awesome.
By the way, I want to say last week Jimmy Chunky Butter, this week Sean O. It's everyone coming back from the woodworks before the
This is fantastic, man. I'm telling you.
Johnny P.
I'm going to go out on a limb on this one, and I'm going to say Phoenix Coyotes.
All right. That would be good for them because
Yeah.
Austin Matthews,
Absolutely.
Arizona kid.
Yep.
Well, the last time the NHL needed to keep a team in Pittsburgh, they got Sidney Crosby, so, I mean, might as well.
Very true, and it wasn't
That's an
all-out
excellent
lottery
point.
system.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
I will say.
What about
that
you,
using
Scott? Oh, sorry.
Using the NHL lottery simulator, I just got Carolina Hurricanes. They have a 2% chance of winning, so I feel like if it works here, it's going to work anywhere.
Well, I'm going with a team that's been screwed so many times. It should be over 18 to get into their games because
Edmonton.
it's just a travesty. Oh God, no.
No.
The bureaucracy up there has been screwed, but that's another matter altogether. And they're hosting, so I'm going with Buffalo getting the first overall pick. And then, if they get the first overall pick, the exodus out the door will be amazing.
Okay,
Wow.
so we should call it now. If
Yeah.
Buffalo gets the first overall pick, over odds of 42.5 minutes before the upper deck is cleared out.
I say 10.
God.
10 minutes, love, peace, and hair grease.
I am going to go 9 and 10. 9,
Oh,
10.
you $1 motherfucker.
9, 10.
Oh, God.
You notice none of us picked the Leafs, the team most likely to win.
Yeah, where's the fun in that?
I know. Why go with the obvious?
And
But
it would
I'm
give the Maple Leafs fans something to be happy about, and we can't have that.
Well, I mean, they're all expecting it anyway. Well, they're all, in a way, Leafs fans in this kind of remind me, and I hate to say this, guys, kind of remind me of Caps fans. It's like they're expecting to win, hoping, but they also have the feeling of dread that it's going to all be taken away from them.
You mean that they planned the entire Stanley Cup parade when the Capitals were up 3-0 in the first round?
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it's just, yeah. Oh, man. Toronto, they will just burn up. But I was sincere when I said I want to see Edmonton win it. I'm not saying it as a joke or a farce. I want to see it because I want to see the NHL embarrassed so that they will make the right change.
I want to hear the heavy sigh of relief, and I want an in-cam of the NHL offices if Edmonton does get picked, or when they get picked, and if it's first overall, just them crying that it happens. But you'll hear a huge cheer from the TV booth or TV truck if they don't get the first overall
putting
pick.
cameras in random college that gets an at-large bid into the NCAA tournament.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Make it happen, NHL. You got all these millions of dollars and no ratings in Canada, so just do it.
I just want to see him flip that card. Like we said, the scenario we envisioned a few weeks ago. Bill Daly flips a card. A son of a bitch just throws it in the air, walks away, doesn't show it to anybody because we'll all know. All know, and that would be the perfectly honest reaction. And
And then the camera pans up slowly.
Yeah. Yes.
And zooms in.
That would be brilliant.
And then you hear JR go, "My God, that's the oldest music! Oh my God, my God!" And fades to black and goes to game 1 or whatever game they're doing.
For some reason, the guys from Qatar are there too, who got the World Cup. I don't know why they weren't even invited, but.
And then once you see the logo, it zooms out and pans up, and you see the draft logo in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just
And
like
then
WrestleMania.
Oh
And
man,
then
it's like
You
I'm
see
there,
Daryl
Mark.
Cates
That's
and
beautiful.
Daryl Cates and the falcon on his head point to the draft logo.
And then Bret Hart is still there talking about Montreal getting screwed. Like,
Oh my God!
Really odd scenario.
And then you'd hear, I hear sound as if a million Leafs fans cried out.
and then there's that one analytics guy that runs out and he goes, "I know what happened. I know what happened. You guys fucked this thing up big time. I know what happened. I got it."
Well, no, you have the analytics guy. He says,
Well, you see, the odds of this happening, aye, we're 8 to the power, aye, get the
"Out of here!"
Your bra bomb better work, Nerdlinger.
Oh, that's wonderful.
All right, well, it's been fun. It's been real. It's
It
been
has.
real fun.
It has. It's
And,
been a great show tonight, guys.
Who knows who's going to show up next week?
Yeah.
Maybe Laura.
just
Maybe
Maybe Laura finally gets out of her dance pictures that she had to do this week, and then it'll be fun. Oh, boy. Anyway.
Oh, well,
All right,
the
Lyle.
fuck you doing your parent.
Yeah. Take care, buddy. We'll see
Take
you
care,
next
guys.
week.
Enjoy the week. See you
Yes,
later.
sir. There he goes. Lyle Richardson, HockeyNews.com, SpectorsHockey.net, PI Garland Island Guardian, and some other place. So, Johnny P., you can go ahead and start our shout-outs, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out to Sean. He made it back on the show. And it didn't even take Steak and Shake to bribe him.
No.
So, yeah, good work, Sean. Good job coming back. What else did I got? I got a shout out to Travel Cases. I feel like there are good things in the future for the show because now it has a travel case. And I have a shout out to Face Off Hockey Show stickers. I hope I can find you little fuckers.
I hope you do, too.
I know exactly what they look like. Like, I literally know what the box looks like, and I know for a fact that I've seen them within the last month. I don't know where they are.
Probably in the spare bedroom.
I looked. I didn't look well, though. I think, in all honesty, I think they're in the attic.
Okay.
And shout out to my cousin's home remodeling company, Allied Remodeling of Maryland. There's a website out there. I don't remember it off the top of my head. But yeah, they put a new roof on and they fixed the hole where the squirrels and birds have decided that they want to use my attic at some point. They fixed that too. So hopefully there will not be wildlife in my attic the next time I go up there.
There you go. Allied Remodeling of CentralMD.com.
I think that's not his though. Hold on, let me.
All right.
I'll come back. Go ahead, Marcus Aurelius.
Yes, Mark.
Let's see. I'll give a shout out to.
Hold on, while you're thinking, it's AlliedRemodelingOnline.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a different website apparently.
I don't know, man.
All right, you're up.
Shout out to MLB TV, I guess. They gave me T-Mobile technically gave me free MLB TV for the season, so I've been simulcasting both the hockey game and a variety of baseball games. Shout out to Opera the browser Opera, because they just released a development version of their browser that has a built-in VPN, so I can actually watch Orioles games down here because through Opera, MLB TV thinks that I'm in Colorado right now.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
So cool, Opera. If you want to get up on that business, download the Opera development version. You can Google it. I'm sure I have confidence in you guys. I'm not going to give you a direct link because I don't work for them, and I don't work for anybody. That's except for VPN, except for who I actually work for. But other than that, I don't bow down to sponsors. Scotty.
All right. I will give a shout out to new video technology that Johnny has. I'll give a shout out to the weather. It's been decent and then cold and then I think it snowed. I'm not really sure. It's really weird here. Shout out to Jen for finally getting back on her feet and working around, even though she keeps yelling "stupid weenie wrists," "stupid weenie elbows" every time she can't pick something up. And shout out to playoffs. And that's it. I think that's it. Pretty sure that's it. That's it. So for Johnny P. Mark with the C, I'm Scotty Wallace. Take care of yourself and someone else. It's been Face Off Hockey Show on faceoffhockeyshow.com. That's our Tumblr. Our Facebook, FOHS Radio. FOH Broadcast is the YouTube. And Face Off HTKY Show is the Twitter. So until next week, we'll have some whole grain goodness, and hopefully we won't be raging and crying about the Capitals. I might still, but that's just me. That's it. See you guys later. Peace.